Ladies and gentlemen, how is well, I'm not gonna even ask. I know how most people are doing. Welcome to Casually FC. Welcome to the match reaction for Arsenal's 1, Chelsea 0. Obviously, disappointing result. Can I say I'm surprised? Not really. Some of you probably will say you're surprised, but it is what it is. To each your own. Guys, before we go ahead and start today's show, be sure to hit the like on your way in. That way we make sure that the algorithm works in our favor, unlike today's scoreline. Be sure to also subscribe because we are trying to grow Casually FC to 5K subscribers. Been getting there a little slow. It's been a little stagnant because you guys haven't been putting in the effort like some players that we're going to talk about today. So, hey, please don't be like certain players on the pitch today and smash that subscribe so that you can help grow the community. Also, be sure to check out the links in the description. You can check out some of my content on there, actually, funny enough. I do have a Patreon if you want to go the extra mile to help out with some of the content that I make over on my own channel. But that content is down there in the link below. It's where if you're interested in more casual talk, more video games and that kind of stuff, that's a channel for you. So every Saturday, I do live streams on that. So go ahead and check that out. And yeah, check out the memberships. 4 different tiers starting at 99p. And yeah, helps out the channel tremendously. Now, I'm accompanied by the panel of Oliver Twist, Real Chris, and the Bridge Nation. I myself, Marshall BX. Obviously, lots to talk about. Before we get right into it, there will be more people coming onto the panel, I'm sure of it. Yeah, I guess quick summary of the match today. An interesting lineup, I would say. Questionable. We'll probably be, looking at it through a fine-tooth comb. We had Badiashile make a start in the center back. Reece James was in the midfield with Enzo Fernandez making a cameo in the 10th position for a absent Cole Palmer. I'm sure we'll be discussing that. And a similar attacking 3 that we saw in previous games that, kind of got some results, through the line. But hey, we'll see what's happening. Yeah. In terms of today's match, disappointing result, obviously. No one's really happy with what happened. We do wish, it was a better result. But with that being said, it took about 20 minutes for Arsenal, who, came out of the gates really, really pressing us, putting a lot of pressure on that back line, forcing, mistakes out of Badiashile, forcing mistakes out of Robert Sanchez, which no one should be surprised about. And, we'll talk about this first when we go into the actual game. But a corner comes in. And it was a corner, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was a corner. MERINO manages to flick his head on the ball, and it gets past a Robert Sanchez. Some people saying it's Robert's fault. Some people saying Reece James for not tracking his marker and Mikel MERINO, and some saying Nkunku for not doing more, being in that position. So we'll look back at it. I'll try to find the goal and see if we can really.
We have to see where he runs from, Marshall, because when people say Reece James, I don't know like if Reece James is supposed to actually track that runner or Reece James just tried helping out. Yeah, he mentioned Reece James because he thinks Reece James shouldn't have tracked this runner.
I thought it was Nkunku that people would be.
Yeah, that was where I was getting at.
Yeah, it's legit. Is MERINO's man?
It was a mixture between the dude daydreaming about where he's going to be playing at next season and thinking he's in Narnia, and the dude who's got CTE and is standing at the front post on a corner and it goes over his head to the back post.
I'm going to see if I can find a replay of the goals.
Yeah, we need to see that one probably.
Talking of CTE, can you talk about Chris Benoit Badiashile, please?
Wow, wait, I was not expecting. I actually was not expecting that today. I'm so sorry.
If you don't laugh, you cry.
That was we died out of pocket.
That was too good.
But yeah, obviously, first half ends. Nothing really comes out of Chelsea. I think we had one shot on target, and it was Cucurella who, volleys it and it lands. Well, Raya tries to catch it, but it slips through Raya, and it just barely misses and goes wide. That's really the only chance that came out of the first half. Second half, no changes, same difference. Maybe we controlled the game a little more, maybe. If that, I'd have to look at the stats. Maresca waits until the 75th minute to make any changes. Much needed substitutions, but hey, it is what it is. And the game ends with 1-0. We kind of go out with a whimper, not really a bang. We weren't really very threatening, to be honest, when it comes to Arsenal side of things. But yeah, it's a rough one. Obviously, no one likes, us Chelsea fans don't like losing to Arsenal, but I think most of us kind of went into this with expectations that we weren't really going to get a result. If at best we were maybe going to get a draw, and at worst a loss. And yeah, it was a 1-0 loss at that. I mean, this wasn't a good Arsenal side either. Let's be honest. We were just as bad, so if not worse. So I think there's a few criticisms to be had of Enzo, Maresca, of the players on the pitch. And we already know this kind of all circles back to the main issue, which is the recruitment and the lack of depth and the lack of options that we have. Because let's be honest, Tariq George coming off the bench does not strike fear into any opposition. We brought in a Tosin at one point. We brought in Lavia, who maybe could have started. Who knows? Maybe he wasn't ready. He didn't make much of a difference when he came on, really. And yeah, it just a story of, I guess, expectations were met today in terms of Chelsea, and we were humbled and kind of reminded, we're just not ready to be competing with these teams above us. But
what are we being humbled about, though? Like, what is this? Who was gassed?
I'm sure there's fans that are gassed. I mean, I haven't gone on Twitter. I don't want to go on Twitter, but there's.
I don't even. To be humbled, you have to be unhumble. I don't know. Like, I don't see anyone being unhumble.
I'm sure there was doubt out there.
Yeah. You're one of the lucky ones, Ahmed.
Yeah, you had the usual suspects.
Yeah.
I expected maybe a 1-0 loss, and I hoped for a 1-1 draw at best, because Chelsea's attack, like we had no one. Like, we have no striker. We had no real 10, I guess, today. We had Enzo as a 10. Sancho, just obviously, he's been shit for the last few weeks anyway, or just a month or so. And Nkunku's Nkunku, I'd have to say anything about Nkunku for sure. So yeah, like that's why I didn't expect us to win today as well, because we have no other strikers or attackers or wingers. The only winger we had extra to that was George, who's like 18 years old and not really had a lot of minutes this season. So I don't expect a lot from George. The only thing I would have said, like, the manager should have subbed him on earlier to give him a chance, like 60 minutes, maybe 55 minutes, because I can see it from there. We weren't going to do anything, so a change would have had to be done. It's quite surprising because we were speaking about earlier, like the manager was making a lot of early changes, but maybe there wasn't a lot of changes he could have done in a sense because
I mean,
yeah,
he's
we had two goalkeepers on the bench.
To be honest, Chris, he was also known for making late subs.
No, but like,
which also plays a part in it.
The last few months, though, since Man
the last
City,
time we made a late sub was in Man City.
Yeah, he's been doing them early, and today is because probably we didn't have enough subs. But like George should have came on earlier. I thought.
Be outside, man. Be outside.
And Tosin, I don't know why the manager trusts Badishile over Tosin. Tosin's been all right for him. Like he hasn't done anything like huge, like bad passing or defensively. He hasn't been.
You know what the problem is? You know what the problem is, Chris?
I don't know how many times he misplaced that ball, like in that first half. It was shocking.
Let's not dive into too much of the team. Let's actually.
I mean,
let's
the game
look at the Sanchez thing. I mean, let's look at Sanchez. You know, we'll start with that, and then we'll work our way out because I'm sure we can talk about every single. Yeah. We don't need to talk about every single player right now. We'll get to it. Go ahead, Scott. What were you gonna say?
I just have to watch this again. This absolute clown. This waste of space we have in goal.
I have to see. I do have to see. Like,
why is this guy marking
really to blame? What?
Why is this guy marking Partey?
Partey's getting in his way. Like the Wolves did it against us too. Like
I
they
mean,
just crowd the keeper. That's how they forced him to make an error.
Moving Partey like forward. I used to keep as well. Like when I used to play, like I used to push him. They try to get too close to me.
And then this is
the goal, right?
So this is Reece right now.
So Reece is on him, like, yeah, okay, you're right, yeah. Reece is actually on him, because I didn't see where Reece came from.
But he loses him right here.
Does he?
He loses him right there.
Like, yeah, he's ahead.
There's Nkunku standing.
And Nkunku's in La La Land, I'll be real.
Yeah,
like, he's
Nkunku is in La La Land, yeah.
I don't know if he's
not, like, Nkunku at no point looks around him to see if, like, anyone's coming for the ball. He's just like, all right, it's coming. What's up?
This ball is about to touch Merino's head. Look at what our keeper's doing. He's got his hands outstretched.
Yeah,
he's not focusing on the ball. He's got his hands outstretched on the back of Partey. Like, focus on the fucking ball, you moron.
Yeah, he has no idea where the ball is at this point, does he?
He's not.
Yeah, I do agree. Like keepers do. No, they do that, but he's doing it too long. I think Marshall. Like
maybe
it's in mid-air, and he's still worried about pushing it. And he's like a good foot away from him. So
get out of here, Sad.
He can move backward. No, I agree with you, Scott. He's doing too much there.
He's concussed.
I mean, I couldn't really tell you. I'm sure you guys are right. I just don't normally pay attention to how often a keeper has their hands in front. Like,
if you look at there was a replay. There was a replay on Sky, right? There was a replay on Sky where they did where they show which was behind the keeper, which showed you like what Sanchez was doing like in real time, and he sees the ball. He legit sees the ball like when he's face to face with it at one point, and then he just keeps on watching it, and then he decides to react. Like he has like a delayed reaction essentially.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah, I mean, like if we have a class keeper or great keeper, I think maybe they would.
You can make the argument if he doesn't.
It's Sanchez, so I'm not expecting a whole lot, but like I would expect those goals to go in past Sanchez like that because it's too far. And yeah, he does react late, and the reason he's probably reacting late is because he's too busy touching up Thomas Partey right there. So
whoa, chill, man.
Yo. Did I say touching up or touching? I don't know.
Oh, you said touching up, bro.
Yeah, relax, man.
Just went in there again.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ!
A little bit free today.
I'm just more annoyed that just the way we played. Like, yeah, this moment, I just Arsenal corner. Like they scored a few corners. I saw them score 2 corners against Man United at one point at their ground. Yeah, we just played shockingly like going forward anyway. So it wasn't the main issue for me.
I'm not blaming this goal on Sanchez. You can replay the whole thing. It's Reece James' man.
We already looked at that. So yes, it was Reece James was on him, then he lost him.
No, but that's what I mean. Like there are people blaming it on Sanchez, and I want to see if I can find a clearer one.
I didn't really blame him.
You can't put every little minutia on Sanchez, and we all hate him.
Everyone wants to scapegoat him. I know. I don't like him either, but like, fucking A, man.
We're micro-analyzing how long he's pushing a man but not micro-analyzing how Reece James forgets the guy, and Nkunku's also just standing there like a fucking lamppost.
Yeah, we already said that as well.
No, but we're doing more fucking analysis on this right now. But him pushing.
No, I'm just saying the reason why he reacted late.
We mentioned it.
He's too. Curry. The reason he's like reacted late is because he's too busy being involved with Thomas Partey. Yeah, that's the reason why he reacted late.
Let's look at his body.
I'm not really like blaming like Sanchez like heavily anyway.
So right there, he's doing the Partey push.
I think they will have like the part to blame anyway.
No, but he's looking at the ball here, no?
Maybe Reece the most, yeah, because he did lose them.
Can you zoom in? He's not looking at the ball.
Can I zoom in actually? God damn it, I can't.
Can you zoom in or something somehow?
No.
But a better keeper, I think, would save that, like a class keeper. But Sanchez is not a class keeper.
And then he, I guess he reacts in the wrong direction. So he goes this way to step, and then he has to go back, just because he does barely miss the ball. Big up on him.
He's standing on the front foot like a moron.
Do not even think about trying to gaslight me that this shit is not a Sanchez area.
You are one of the people that blame Sanchez. Can you explain why you think it's Sanchez's fault?
Okay, the reason why I think it's Sanchez's fault, right, is when you look at the play,
I'm trying to find like a better quality one.
That looks like a bad one. Oh, it's pictures. Let's look at slideshows.
Image.
I need like an image. But when you look at the majority of everybody was in the above, like closer to the corner flag. See, look where everybody is. Look where everybody is, right? And just from where the corner is taken, you can tell. Look at how many people are between the near post. That shit is not going near post. If it's going anywhere, it's going back post. Just as a keeper, you know that. Look at the amount of traffic that ball would have to go through to go from the first person to your near post. You knew it was going back post.
But that's why he was near post, because he was pushing Partey out of the way.
No, I get that point. Yeah, you got to do that to start with. I get that.
Do that to start with. Once the ball left Declan right, whoever kicked it,
forward as well.
Everybody's going forward. Look, everybody runs forward, right? Look at how many bodies are there, right? That shit is
fully extending.
At this point, the ball has been kicked.
And look at his arm. He's fully extending.
Go a little more forward. Wait, more. I want to also show how ridiculous it is.
Oh, he's still there. We go. He's let go now.
Stop. Look at where the ball is. Right there, perfect. Right there. At that point, you look at that ball, and as a keeper, you say, "Okay, there's no way that shit is ending up near post." Right? I have to start backing up now because it might go back post. Right? And if anybody might be there to head it, like I have to be there, or somebody might be running in. Right? If that ends up back post, look at how long it took him to react. To actually try to get back post. This is my point.
You look at that though,
it's literally negative 0.53 xG prevented. Like this individual chance was so easily stopped that
Arsenal's got his glasses on, man. That means he's watching it perfectly, man.
But I'm telling you, I'm watching this shit in HD, brother.
Yeah, but
I agree. No. The thing is, like, I agree with you, Marshall, that if he did save it from the position he was in, yeah, it would have been a world-class save, right? Like, Petr Cech, whatever. But the reason he was there is because he misread the play.
But even then...
I agree that the person in front should have obviously tried to do better. I think, was it Reece?
No,
yeah,
we're not blaming majority of this on Sanchez.
Should have done better.
60% on Nkunku and James. I'm sorry. I
think that's fair. I think that's fair, CP.
I am so sorry. I agree, CP. 40% on Sanchez, 60% on Nkunku and James combined. I'm sorry. You can't put majority on Sanchez for this. I'm sorry. Track your fucking man, James.
You know what? You can be respectfully as fucking sorry as you want. You feel me? You can write me a card, whatever the fuck you want, right?
Jeez, Louise.
At the end of the day, we know this team is ass defensively. That's something.
No. We can't put this on our best defender, Reece James. No. If it's any other defender, I can get you. It's Reece James. No. It's Reece James's man. You can give me with Cole.
That's fine. That's fine. If you want, did I not just finish the saying? By the way, you could also put blame on Reece and Nkunku. They should have done better. They should have gotten in front of their man. That is completely fine. But we've spoken on this how many times this season? When you are the keeper, you are the last line of defense. If your defense fucks up, if your midfield fucks up, you cannot be the one to mess up. Point blank. Period. You cannot be the one to do the errors. You can't. And he got caught flat-footed because he was pushing for literally the entire time for no reason. Everybody's running forward. Who are you pushing at that point?
Oh, here's a much better image.
No, yeah, he was just really extended for no reason. Like I said, you do push as a keeper. You do push your player away at the start, and then you let go.
I understand if everybody's backing up. If everybody's backing up, fair enough.
That's
But
a
look
good
at
camera, man.
that's
Probably
HD as hell. Damn. Anyways, bro, it's mad HD. I don't know. Like, keep going.
No, we should have done better too. I'm not gonna say we shouldn't have done better.
Boom, perfect. Right there at that point, you see the trajectory of the ball. You know it's not gonna end up back post. You know it's going near post. You feel me? At that point, you need to back up. Because even if this header was going in near post, he's still not in a position to save it. He needs to back up to his goal. He has yet to do that. Keep going forward.
I mean, the only time if he has to go off his line, just when you go punch out. He's in no man's land.
Right now, it's his first attempt to back up towards goal. Come on, man. I agree.
By the way, that guy is a tall guy. He's like 6'2".
I agree.
He's tall.
Cuckoo, fuck it, bro.
Like 5'10",
they needed to wake up, right? But bro,
I mean, yeah, we still
the ball.
I'm not saying Reese is blameless.
Like he needed to back up to his goal regardless, bro. If he backed up, by the way, and he does that, he's saving it. If he backed up sooner and he does that movement, he's saving it. Because he was kind of close.
It's such an insane goal to score too.
That's so nitpicky on Sanchez for this goal in specific. I'm so no.
Now I said you can write me an apology.
Look at where it lands too. Like it's right there. Like it. If he had saved it, would have been a worldy of a save. Like I can't even lie.
The thing is, how many times have we spoken this season where Sanchez is in such bad positioning? He makes easy saves or doable saves look world class. Because he has to do the most to get to recover from his bad positioning.
We're not.
Listen, you could tell me I don't know, but I know what the stats is. The moment that happened, I went and I checked.
We're talking about this.
And I went and checked, bro. He basically gave this goal up. That's what the stats say. These type of goals are not scored other than goal.
Oh, those angles are very hard to score from as a header. Yeah, I agree.
Like, because the goalkeeper is usually
from a distance and an angle like that. It is doable. Like I've seen other people done it, but like it's rare.
I just feel like if this was our player, we wouldn't be like saying like, "Yo, Raya should have done better." I feel like we would have been like, "Yo, he just scored a world."
We would have been blaming it on their defenders, like so.
Because Raya's shorter.
I mean,
not even because he's shorter. I just
remember Raya out position for the Bruno free kick. I didn't say it's a good free kick, by the way.
You give keepers the benefit of the doubt when you're like, okay, I've seen you do this in other aspects. You know, like this might just be one that got by you, whatever. You feel me? However. Because the same thing happens with Ederson, bro. Every so often, Ederson lets in a goal that you're like, damn, he probably should have saved that. Yeah, but he's done enough throughout the time he's been at Man City where they're like, oh, okay, fine, you know, we'll let it go. You have precedent, right? So that you're a good.
Because he's a ball player, but he's not a good shot stopper.
His positioning forces him to have to make world-class saves because he's poorly positioned.
Ederson's not a good shot stopper. He's the best ball player. That's what revolutionized the role. That's why they give him the benefit of the doubt. His shot stopping still bang fucking average.
Yeah, we know.
I agree. That was a good header. That was a good header for MERINO. Again,
Sanchez ain't shot stopper either. So don't be mad.
No. Again, take away nothing from MERINO. But by the way, as you know, I think Petrovic recently like got man of the match like in a game where he conceded a goal. Like this man was crazy. Yeah. He was really, really good today. Once again, and this is what we're dealing with at home. And for me, I already said this to Ahmed. I can't. I have to stop getting mad at Sanchez because I know what he is at this point, right? I'm not gonna start blaming Maresca. Every time
I wasn't even mad about Sanchez.
I'm blaming Maresca now because I know what Sanchez is. Sanchez is absolutely gonna.
I don't think Jurgensen saves that. By the way, I don't think Jurgensen does any better.
No, my thing is like I don't think Jurgensen saves that. However, I don't think Jurgensen is as far off the line as Sanchez is in this moment.
I don't know.
But if he's not that far off the line, then you would say he saves
it. He's just not perfect
because he barely misses it. Like I wish there was an angle where like
he saves it, but it's not. But it doesn't need to be world class, bro. It doesn't need to be world class save. Like it's a world class attempt save because Sanchez is incorrectly positioned.
We can't even say if Jorgensen can say that. The one thing I've been saying about Jorgensen is he's a better ball player. We never said he's a better shot.
However, you know something I can say is that maybe Arsenal never even get this corner, right? Because the Arsenal team isn't pressuring as much. That first half, bro, Sanchez and Badiashile killed us with the amount of pressure they were inviting by giving away the ball every 2 seconds. Yeah, like I'm telling you, this is like this goal was a culmination of how easily we were giving up the ball, how easily we were allowing Arsenal to pressure us with attempts on goal, bro. If Badiashile and Sanchez were not giving away the ball basically for free, they might have never even gotten to this corner. We allowed them. We helped them build into the game for no reason. There was no reason to do it.
In regards to this goal, though, like if I had to put the blame on anyone, like even seeing Reese, I'm looking at Nkunku so closely, and I'm like, bro, he misread it as well. Because look at how he's stepping backwards and then he's stepping forward, thinking like, "Oh crap, it's tipping."
Marshall, he's ball watching. No, look at his head. His head never turns to look at
Yeah, he never looks to see if MERINO is around.
Never turns.
See,
but like he's in a good position, and then he realizes he's in. Yeah.
The thing is, you know what the craziest part too is, by the way, if he was looking at the runner, you know what? You know what Kuku
exactly
does?
How it's going,
Kuku moves forward, right? He blocks MERINO, and that also helps James out. Because right now, Reese has to try to catch this MERINO, but Kuku's in the way. And Kuku's not helping him here.
No, but maybe if Reese didn't say anything, I think that's still on Reese because he should call out like run on.
No, again, it's on both of them. Both of them should have done better there, bro. Both of them.
Because I don't think Sanchez's position was I don't think it's good. He should have stepped back a bit because he was too busy like feeling up
at this point in the ball's trajectory, it's not going back post. You know that for a fact, right? Somebody's gonna head it near post. You need now to move back and get ready for what happens.
And then he moves back, and it's just it's too late.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's too late. It's too late.
But I don't know if he still saves it if he's in position because of Sanchez and.
No, however, you give him an opportunity to at least have a chance at getting a hand on it, because all it needed was a finger touch and maybe. But again, this is also another thing we saw this game is that Sanchez does not know how to measure the distance when he needs to like punch something or get his hand to something. How many Superman punches was it, Scott, that he missed? Like
today,
2 or 3.
2 or 3. That he just missed, and I think one of them he barely got his fingertips on it, and it led to a shot in the box.
I feel like he hit most of his Superman punches when he claimed in the air.
I think I don't even know if he connected on one of them. Like he tried like 3 or 4, and I think he whiffed on all of them. There was one, by the way.
Right, when you say whiff, like he just like slightly hit and stuff.
He gets
his fingers on it, bro.
Yeah, some of them should hit harder. I think that's
why. Earlier, it's more like a little pat, like a little pat down, rather than it's an actual punch. Like there was one where he literally Superman like palms it to Trossard, and if Trossard takes a better touch, he's getting a shot off and potentially scoring. For like no reason. This guy's a fucking moron. He's terrible.
He is.
But wait, you're on about Trossard, but I'm thinking like if he didn't hit that though, that still goes to Trossard and he has a shot on. Right?
Yo, look at this ball, bro. If he was on the line,
I still think he just luckily did enough. Luckily.
Bro, if he got a finger on it, he would have saved it. Literally.
Yeah, but if he's a bit more, that's what I mean. If he's a bit more back before and more prepared, maybe he would have got it, Marshall. Then.
Because Partey, like you guys said, Partey started to move out of the way, so he didn't need to keep like pushing. Like
it's like he baited him really good.
Yeah. And that's what the opposition teams already know how to do it. We saw it against Willis, bro. They just they try to rattle Sanchez, force an error. Like it is what it is. At this point, like I really hope we're just putting him on display so that some team can be scammed into buying this guy.
Where Eason displays into them.
Yeah, great, bro. Yeah,
it's not working.
He did have a world-class save today. Let's be honest.
When?
He did have a world-class save.
The
ball line clearance.
Yes, he did. He saved
the shot at the back post.
That was a good save, yeah.
That was a very good save.
It was a good save, bro. It was a world class.
Oh, come on, bro. Like it was a really
very good
save.
reaction. So I could edge it to like world class because I thought it was going in. So you know what?
It was on the line. Like they had to do ball line technology and all that BS.
I don't like. It doesn't matter if he makes world class saves. I would still want that guy gone anyway. But like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
a very good save.
You get those saves. Like here's the thing. And
it's annoying with him.
I know you agree with me on this. The thing is, like, the issue with this guy, right, is that the biggest issue is when you make him pass from the back. The errors, like even today, he had an error. He passed it right to what's his face, Martinelli, right?
Yeah,
when you take that out of the game and you put him in a traditional team where all he has to do is just boot it forward, and there's like Garassi or some big,
he would have been solid,
tall, like forward. Then you're fine, But because you're forcing him to play in the back, you're leading him to make errors. But when it comes to shot stopping, we know he's a good shot stopper. You know he can make good saves. So if you take just a highlight reel of those shot stops and you tell him like here, Galatasaray, we got a good shot stopper.
Okay, so Marshall, can I ask you a question? Oh, sorry, Scott, please. Yeah. So is this Casually FC become like a showroom? Is this like a player showroom?
What are you getting at, Ahmed?
Bro, I'm not here to glaze up Sanchez and talk about traits. Is he shit? He's shit. Keep it pushing, bro. I don't need to be listening to you. Oh, he made a great save today. Whoopie do. He still let it go, bro. I just don't. No. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like sorry. Like, sorry.
What annoys me? Like,
no, it's not. No, because I'm not here to sell him. Are you here to sell him, Marshall? Are you here to sell him? No, I'm sorry. You're not here to sell him, bro. I'm sorry, no, but I feel like, yes, I'm being a bit toxic right now, but I just don't want to be really hearing right now anything about Sanchez, positive, negative, otherwise. I just rather not even talk about him, bro, because, like, he's just a known quantity. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a known quantity. What's the point of just, like, speaking about him at this point? That's why I just refuse to speak about him now. Because, like, if I keep speaking about him, you know...
By the way, this whole shot stopper thing is cool and all. He nearly palmed or dropped the ball multiple times in front of an Arsenal attacker today. Like, this whole shot stopper thing is cool and all until he's dropping the ball at the attacker's feet. Like, so, like, he's just shit. He's just shit. And honestly, like, we talked about this on our channel earlier, like, and he's this whole thing is part of the reason why, for me, this whole result today is on Maresca. Like, he keeps picking him. He's picking him all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, that's all it is. And like I said, like, this game today is on Maresca. 3 players today shouldn't have touched the football pitch. Shouldn't touch the football pitch again for Chelsea Football Club.
Wait, who's the free today?
And Clunky.
I've seen Kuka.
Bro, it's number 1. It's CTE man himself, and it's number 18.
Yes, 100%, bro.
Yeah.
Speak on it,
You
bro.
know what's,
I couldn't understand that one.
I understood it.
Serious question. Is he colorblind? Like, did the CTE, does that affect, you know, your ability to see color, bro? Because bro, I don't know if is there such a thing as like blue-red color blindness? I need to know, bro. I need to know. Real talk.
It might be because, bro, like he definitely has something wrong with his brain. He 100% has something wrong with his brain.
Oh my
God. He has
there's something going on there.
That's what I don't get with the manager. Why not pick Tosin? Tosin.
You know what the issue is? You know the issue? No. I understand.
Why not Cucurella, Colo, Fofana?
Wait, I have an answer here. The problem is, right, yeah, and listen, and this is not me kind of like, you know, front for the manager, but this is me kind of like thinking logically. Part of the issue, right, is that, you know, Cole in terms of like guarding that space on the left-hand side, he can't do that, right? Now, you need someone to do that. Now, listen, I'm not gonna say Buddy Shield is like, you know, amazing and that, but he has shown at times in this season that he's somewhat competent in doing that. Now, I don't know if Tosin can do that space. Maybe you guys can tell me about that. But that's the only reason why I think, he generally played him there. Because he was scared.
Tosin looked so much more effective when he came on than Badiashile looked the whole game.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. I'm just giving, I think, what his reasoning is, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Ahmed, the problem I have with this, we've already seen this.
Ahmed wants to give his reasoning for Badiashile.
He's shit. No, I will say.
The moment I mentioned Robert Sanchez, it's glazing. So
it's not glazing. It's not glazing. Don't do that. No, don't do that. No, you're the one that said.
You literally said I sat here and
I gave the reasoning as to why he did it. Listen, you can give the no. Yes, it is.
I've said it multiple times. I have said this multiple times on this show, and you know it, and you cannot twist it and say I'm lying. Because here's the thing I've said multiple times with Robert Sanchez, I feel like it's always been a political thing. Why? Because the same thing you just told me to shut the fuck up about. And this is what annoys the fuck out of me. And not just you, but anyone who does it to me. When you twist my goddamn words. I literally sat here and was saying, well, the best I can hope for is that these displays of these types of saves show to another team that, hey, there's a good shot stopper here. Maybe we can use him. We can sell him. I don't want to keep Sanchez. I want him fucking gone. I'm so sick and tired of having these discussions of Sanchez, just like you are. But I want him to leave. The way he leaves isn't by just rotting and sitting on the bench. Then that's how you get stuck with him. How do you think we got stuck with Kepa? Is it because we played him all the time or because we just didn't play him at all? So with him, if he makes more good saves like this, maybe he goes to a team where we can sell him off. And I'm hoping he makes more good saves like this. I really do. Because I want him gone.
But Marshall, okay, sorry, Oliver, I need to come. My problem with this taking Marshall, and you've heard me say this before, we're already going to lose money on this guy. So why does it matter whether or not he's playing or not, bro? Let's be honest, right? We brought him for like something like 25. We legit bought this guy for 25. We legit. No, we legit.
Everyone keeps changing this price on him. I'm gonna just look this up.
I think he bought it for like 20. Is it 25? Is it 25, 30 million? Yeah. Whatever, however much it is, regardless of that matter, the price whichever it is, we are gonna lose money on him. It doesn't matter. You know my take on Buddy Shield. I've said to you before, Buddy Shield shit. If he needs to go, let him go.
23 million euros, 17 million pounds. That's how much you bought him for.
Yeah, I thought
so if I can make 25 million on him because he can make really good shot stopping.
Did you just say you're gonna?
Great.
Do you really think you're gonna make 25 million Sanchez, bro?
Wait.
I think it's very possible.
Marshall, so we're gonna short market this guy and get £2 million of profit at the expense of Champions League football.
Are you surprised? Did we not break even on Cassidy? Like they'll make any profit as long as it's a profit.
Cassidy is a young lad.
Hold on. There's so much context missing with this. With Sanchez, he was out of favor with the Zerbi. They wanted to get rid of him because he was just laying extra wages on their books. So we did them a favor also because there was a context like, if we do this for you, will you butter up and give us Moises Caicedo? So we got him on 17 million. We did end up getting Caicedo, but they didn't butter it up. So
no, so it was a waste of time then.
I guess, I don't know.
This entire transfer has been a complete waste of time because, like you said, if it was to get them to lower the asking price of Caicedo, they didn't. We paid more than the asking price for Caicedo, more because we had to, because we left it so late. It doesn't matter. The whole Sanchez thing, by the way, when was the last player, forget goalkeeper, when was the last player you remember us doing this, where we played them into form and then sold them because of a result that we're trying to get rid of?
It's never happened.
I'd have to get back to you on that.
Oh wait, cool. You know why why Kepa took so long for us to get rid of? Not because we left him on the bench, because he sucks.
Yeah.
Have you noticed how Mendy went an entire year playing like a bozo, and we still managed to sell him to Saudi? Why? Because he had a record to go off of. It's the same reason, despite having a year of being injured and being shit, we managed to sell Mount to United, because there's a record to go off. That's why players get bought. It doesn't matter whether they're in form, out of form when you buy them. You're looking at, okay, they might be out of form now, but if they get back to form, what can they give me? Sanchez has never given anyone anything. He's just shit. So even if you play him into form, like, what form is it? Okay, he's a 6 out of 10 goalkeeper. Fantastic.
But it's not playing into form. Again, I'm not saying they're going to play him until he gets good. I'm just saying play him because if he just sits on the bench, no one is going to buy him. They're
not going to buy him with the way he's playing anyway.
We said the same thing about Kai Havertz and he ended up getting sold. There's always going to be some fool that gets scammed into it.
Again,
Kai Havertz was still young. I hate to say it like this, but Kai Havertz was still a young player, still had time, you know.
Sanchez is young for a goalkeeper.
But the difference is, and I also think, even though I don't say this, Kai Havertz also had the thing of like, oh, he scores, you know, for Chelsea in big moments, aka Champions League final, conference.
Wait, please, guys. There's a guy right now on loan who was on loan last year for Real Madrid, who didn't get game time because he was dog shit, but is on loan for Bournemouth, who's performing well enough where he's probably going to get sold for 20 million or whatever it is.
Then why don't we loan him then? I don't understand. You got a point in CP then.
No.
I hear you then if that's the case.
There's a guy who's been shit for us since 2019, who we tried to loan out, been shit on those loans since 2019, gets a good loan now, and Kepa is performing at a decent level. We can't lie. He's been a decent goalkeeper for Bournemouth. Where they're probably going to buy him.
But that's the thing.
Fine. CP,
he doesn't get sold if he doesn't play.
No, but then I listen. I can turn around. I will turn around and say, okay, CP, let's do that. But then let's loan him out. Why are we not loaning him out then? If the thing is you want him to play and do something, let's loan him out.
Hindsight is brilliant. I understand that. And listen, if it were up to me, and I think we all agree on this, if it were up to me, I would have never loaned out Petrovic to Strasbourg. He would have stayed as my number one. You develop, right? Because Enzo Maresca, you're a coach, right? So if you're a coach, if you're brought here to improve the players, surely you can improve surely you can improve Petrovic's ability to pass from the back. But things happen, and all of a sudden, I'm being told that Sanchez is the one that is able to have the ability to pass from the back. So I'm like, okay, Maresca, let's see what you can cook with this. And I'm seeing you ain't cooking anything, bro. This guy has not gotten better at passing from the back. So now in hindsight, it's like we should never got rid of Petrovic. Go ahead, Scott.
Let me ask you a question because I find this nuts. Let's say, okay, he plays Like he plays in the team, and the plan is to sell him. Who's buying him? Because he's the worst keeper in the league.
Are we talking about Sanchez?
Yes, Sanchez.
Okay.
Worst keeper in the league by bar none. He's the worst keeper in the league by a mile. The only one that could potentially be as bad is sitting on Ipswich's bench, and they're about to get relegated. So as of next season, he will be the worst keeper in the league. So there's not a Premier League team buying him, because every Premier League team has a better goalkeeper than he does, unless you get one of the promoted teams to buy him, and if you do, then they're off their head. So are we sending him back to Spain? If so, they're paying like 10 mil most for him. So we're selling him for a lot.
They don't know. Okay, so yes, and I get your point, but even if we sell him to Spain, we can. Okay, because we bought him for what, 20 million pounds basically. We've had him for 2 years. How long did he sign us with us for?
20 million euros. I think we
7 years.
6 years.
How many years?
And amortization and that.
7 years. CP.
Yeah, so
it's 25 with add-ons, by the way.
Even, I think we probably need like what, 15 million pounds, 14 million.
7-year contract. Yeah.
15 million is
no 15 million pounds. Someone will buy him for that much just to make break even. I'm not saying profit or anything. I think so. Well, when the relegation sides go up, not relegation, but promoter sides come up, they get flushed with a shitload of money. They get like 300 that year. They get 300 million pounds in a sense. That's the biggest prize money for promotion ever, right? They're gonna have some money. They'll think like this guy's an experienced side, who's we can't deny is gonna be in a side in Europe. So that's gonna be the other thing. So they're gonna be like, okay, he has European experience. He's been in the Prem for so long. He's been a goalkeeper of one of the biggest clubs for 50 million. Why wouldn't we try getting him?
Because he's shit, and like you just need to take a look at him to see that he's shit, and you look at the stats.
The more. I think, Paul. Okay, I don't want to do the.
No. Let's do this. Let's do this comparison. Leeds will get promoted. They have a better goalkeeper. Burnley, if they get promoted, they currently have.
No,
a better
they don't. Come on, dude. Meslier is so bad.
Meslier is better than Sanchez. Meslier is better than Sanchez.
No, he's not. You would not take Meslier in this team over Sanchez. Come on, stop
I'll try it. I'll try it.
Oh my god!
I just want to say,
let's land this point.
The only one that might be worse, because I don't actually know who starts them, is Sheffield United. And I'll be honest, Sheffield United are not buying him, because guess what? If you wanted to buy a goalkeeper from a Premier League team or a former Premier League team, Hermansen has just got relegated. He would be available, and he's better. There are backup keepers in this league. There are backup keepers in this league that are better than Sanchez.
What you have to remember about Meslier is that, like, he was at Leeds when they originally came up under Bielsa. Meslier has this tag about him, like he's supposed to be, like, at least when he got promoted with Leeds originally, he's a young goalkeeper that's supposed to be one of the best in time. But that's why Leeds still have a lot of hope and potential in him, for one. And two, he is better than Sanchez. That's not even, bro. Sanchez is making.
I didn't say I want Meslier.
They're both shit. They're both. I know you're not. I know you don't want Meslier. I put that in there, again, but like,
I'm not even saying. It's not even me saying Meslier is like good or amazing. But Sanchez is making Superman punches and not connecting with the ball. I'm sorry. No,
yeah, but Meslier doesn't do any better. I'm sorry. Like this is coming from someone who actually did see potential in Meslier, but over the years I've seen how shit he's become, and I'm just like, bro, this is the French version of Sanchez. I ain't going to lie to you, with a better hairline.
I don't rate Meslier. I didn't rate him when he was in the Premier League Leeds. However, people do rate him because he's a young goalkeeper that has this potential.
Yeah, he does got youth on his side.
Sanchez is 27, bro. Sanchez is a big man. Meslier is still young.
But they're not like, even though right now, I'll let you go after this, Ahmed. Even though right now, like, we're looking at Sanchez, and all of us obviously say he is shit and he looks like shit, and we agree he is a shit keeper. Like, just because we see that doesn't mean that other teams don't see it. And he's like, yo, this guy's actually improving on what we see.
Part of the so the thing is, in this day and age, Marshall, you know this too. People look at data points, statistics, etc., etc. Right now,
not everyone, bro.
Oh my, come on, bro.
Let's be real. Like, look at the players we've had and how we sold them. We've sold Ross Barkley. We've sold Bakayoko. We've sold Ruben Loftus-Cheek. We've sold Callum Hudson-Odoi after he had a failed season at Leverkusen.
But Marshall, we sold Marshall.
Okay, Marshall. How much?
Wait. All these players you just mentioned, right? have better things about them than Sanchez. Ross Barkley, before we bought him,
we're looking at this as such fucking.
No, Marshall, hang on.
Being honest, Ross Barkley, before we bought him, was a talented English youngster. He was supposed.
He was an English international.
Ago. Yeah, like by the time we sold him, that was 3 years ago.
Can I use an example?
No, hang on.
When Barkley left Chelsea, he went to Luton for a year, and now he's at Villa. Callum Hudson-Odoi went to.
Also for 3 million, pounds, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Scott.
What's up?
Callum Hudson-Odoi went to Nottingham Forest when they were doing up fucking relegation battles. Bakayoko went to the back asses of nowhere, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek went to AC Milan. Like,
Marshall, do me a favor.
Like, what we doing?
But like, I will do you a favor. I will do you a favor, Scott. But real quick, just to rebuttal a lot of what Prime said, bro. I'm not saying we're gonna sell him to Real Madrid or PSG. I'm saying like Hellas Verona can hit us up about Robert Sanchez. I'm saying like, you know, Besiktas can hit us about Sanchez. Like some team is gonna just be like, you know what? I don't mind Sanchez. I'll give you 15 million euros for Sanchez.
You mentioned Leeds, and I'm like, no.
I just Meslier. What were we gonna say, Scott? Sorry.
Run through those players again for me that you gave as examples.
Bakayoko
released.
Okay. Ross Barkley
released.
Ruben
and Callum
Hudson-Odoi,
who we sold for 3 million. So of those four players you gave as an example, we released 3 of them, and we sold 1 for 3 million. Unless we're selling Sanchez for like 5 million, which I'm fine for, but they won't because they want to at least break even. Where the fuck are you selling him to? Because, like I said, the other 3 we released, this guy,
so many
this
clubs,
parasite.
bro. There's bound to be a club that's going to be okay with getting him for a profit.
No Italian team is paying more than like 10 mil for him or 5 mil. They're broke as shit. No Spanish team is paying more than 10 mil. Unless you're getting a championship team or like one of the promoted teams in the Premier League to buy him, no one's buying him for the 15, 20 mil that you want for him. So unless you're going to accept a loss for him, which I would, I
can see a Spanish team going for him because he's Spaniard. Like it's
you're off your head. Again, they're not paying what we want.
Dude.
What I'm saying.
Like every time, like we sit here, we've had this discussion before, not with Robert Sanchez, with other players previously. Like you can't sit here. None of you guys can sit here and told me we would have actually sold Romelu Lukaku for the amount we sold him to Napoli.
Yes, I would have.
Yes.
Because Antonio Conte was there.
All of you guys.
It's because Conte was there. No. But listen, I may not have said that at the time. I may not. 1 second, Prime. Sorry, 1 second, Prime. Like, listen, I may not have said it at the time, but at least there's a logic behind it. Okay, the reason why it happened was because there was a manager there. There was a manager there that actually liked him, also, right? I think the problem with Sanchez for me.
Wait. Let Ahmed finish and then Prime go ahead.
Because like my problem also with Sanchez is right now, bro. You're seeing the way that he's being talked about online, in the media, mainstream media itself, the way they talk about him. Statistically, that he's getting shown out everywhere. I just do not see where you get that price tag, Marshall, of even just breaking even right now, in the sense that, you know, clubs are going to be put. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, Marshall. Like, I don't for 15 million, bro. You could get another young guy maybe that you could maybe trust in, or maybe even an old guy that can just do the shot stopping for you. Maybe not the ball playing ability, but shot stopping ability.
You don't forget Lukaku, right? Remember, because we just sold him in the summer. Remember the summer before that? Remember how you guys were freaking out about us getting rid of Lukaku? And I said, relax, some Italian club will take him on loan like Roma. Remember, I said that, and he went to Roma on loan. Remember last summer, I said, we'll get rid of him to an Italian club because he does well in the Serie A and he's rated there. All these other players we've mentioned, Ross Barkley, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Callum Hudson-Odoi, there's been something about them that is worth taking a risk.
Pedigree. Yeah, I know what you mean now.
Sanchez, if we're selling him for 50 mil, no one is taking that risk because the small clubs can't afford him and the big clubs aren't stupid. Listen, unless it's Man United,
15 mil in this market for a goalkeeper is not that much, 50, though, Prime.
50.
15. I said 1.5 for Sanchez.
We're not selling him for 15.
Why wouldn't we?
Who's buying him?
We've taken minimum losses from other.
There's
going to be. I'm not going to sit here, Scott. I'm not going to sit here and give you an answer. There is going to be someone who is a team that doesn't play out the back, that is willing to just have a nice Spanish shot-stopping goalkeeper.
No, Marshall, I'm looking.
How do we, hold on, Scott, 1 second. Okay, fine. But again, like these other names we've mentioned, Ross Barkley, Ruben, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Cho, there's been something about them that you can market to a smaller club or Milan who have no money in that league. How do you market Sanchez? What is the positive?
Shot-stopping ability.
All you've seen for 2 years, by the way, is him being slandered by his club.
Shot-stopping ability. I answered your question.
Marshall, I'll respond to that. Hang on.
I'll respond to that. Can sit here and say he's not good at shot-stopping?
Oliver,
go ahead, Oliver.
I think we need to consider as well trends in styles of football and how teams want to play nowadays. Like you can say shot-stopping all you want. More and more teams are going towards the guise of a ball-playing goalkeeper and playing out of the back. So his market is shrinking by the year.
Maybe. That might be the case. You could also make the argument that people are breaking away from that.
It's true. Look at the relegated teams. Look at the promotion teams.
Yeah, but look at the league this season. It's been more physical. It's been less of that whole, system ball than there has been.
It's been physical, but they still play out. Yeah. They still have goalkeepers that can use their feet.
You might have a point with what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Go ahead, Scott.
By the way, I'm looking at the Spanish transfers from this season, by the way. Like, I don't know what team you're thinking is paying that 15 million for a keeper. Like, I don't know what team you're thinking of, because my brother in Christ, most teams are paying like the most they're paying for a transfer is like 8 million.
Yeah, sorry,
that's most
comment that was weird. Okay, yeah. I mean, he could go on a loan. We can do the whole Kepa treatment. Like the thing is, like I do believe like he will eventually get sold. And I'm sure in regards to this, in regards to this comment too, like I'm not going to sit here and think Petrovic is any better. To be honest, like I'm past the solution that Petrovic is any better. Not Petrovic. I'm sorry, Jurgensen.
Okay.
Jurgensen.
Yes.
See, right.
See, that's why Marshall. That's why me and you, Marshall. So what you and I agree on. That's why I don't get crazy about Sanchez. I don't talk about him because I know it's Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
We're not doing it. Jurgensen is better than Sanchez. We're not doing this.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's better than Sanchez.
I mean, maybe.
I think. Hold on.
But it's literally two same.
No. I would disagree just because of the fact that Jorgensen has not been given enough games to where he's proven to me that at this point Sanchez is doing one Bozo moment every game. If Jorgensen can do better than one Bozo moment, then he de facto is better. Like
Marshall, you show me a moment where Jorgensen is making a Superman save and not reaching the ball. That's all I have to say. He's better. I don't care. I'm not saying Jorgensen is brilliant. I'm not saying he's like good enough for Chelsea or he should be here long term. But he's better than Sanchez.
We can see that same goal with Jorgensen. I'm just telling you right now.
Can I say something?
We don't lose. We don't. Even if we do, we don't concede anywhere near as many chances as we do with Jorgensen.
Again, hold up, Marshall. You know what my argument was, Marshall? Marshall, my argument was that. Marshall, my argument was that perhaps you're correct, right? We do not concede that goal, right? However, my argument would be that maybe we wouldn't have even gotten to the point where they are at that corner because that first half, Sanchez was single-handedly putting us under pressure, just making the wrong passes.
Sanchez and
Badisho, right? But Sanchez was egregious. Like one time he literally like passed it straight to an Arsenal player. The Arsenal player shot it and he almost fumbled it in the box. You remember that, right? He kind of fumbled it for a second and then like, come on, man. Like at that point, the other team is like, "Yo, we might be able to get something out of this game." And bro, you know what? I might think that too. Like, shit.
Hey, Sean is spitting, by the way. I'd rather play Jorgensen and learn Sanchez and shit than play Sanchez and know that he should.
I already know, but
two sides of the same cheek.
My personal opinion on Jorgensen is clouded by his time at Villarreal, so that's the reason why for me.
Can I speak on Sanchez in terms of shot stopping? Because I don't have the stats for this year, and I just asked ChatGPT for last year, so I'm being very transparent.
You are a troll. You are a troll, man.
Thanks,
you are a troll. Like,
you're funny, bro. You're funny.
Yo, get that ChatGPT up real quick, Carson.
I'm being transparent. You also know where the numbers are coming from, right?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Numbers compared to other goalkeepers in terms of how you can sell this to a promoted side. Okay. Sanchez last year, I'm saying, had 67.95% for save percentage, and David Raya was at basically 67.5. Okay, Emiliano Martinez was 65.3. So you could convince a new person, a new promoted side, hey, maybe not this year, but the year before, he has very similar save percentage numbers to Araya, who had the best defense in the league, and Emiliano Martinez, who was voted the best goalkeeper 2 years in a row. He's going to cost you 15 million. You could sell that. I'm sorry, we've sold the dream to plenty of people. I'm saying the Prem. I'm not saying for Spanish sides. I'm just saying in the Prem, and I'm only saying 15 million. I'm not even saying 50, not 25, not 20. I'm saying between 14 to maybe 17 million at most, people. I'm not giving you outrageous fucking numbers, guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's something there you can pitch as a sales.
We keep on asking how these sporting directors keep on selling a dream to all these young players or players who join us, and we also keep on selling players. We sell them a dream. So we're good at selling dreams. We're trying to sell the dream to the fan base, but they're not good at that one. But they're good at selling a dream to players and to sell players. We can agree on that part, because they'll at least make even. He'll make slightly more money, not a lot, slightly more. That's all I'm saying is he's going to break even for amortization at 15 million. That's all I'm saying, people.
Again, for me, I'll say it again. I'm looking at the list of Premier League goalkeepers. Unless you're selling him as a backup, don't know where you're selling.
Can I give an example of someone that I think, even though he wasn't, I'll probably say as bad, but Marshall knows I used to cook this guy every single time until he got sold. Ziyech. I'm actually using Ziyech as an example here because he's right. Ziyech, obviously, we were about to get a fee of like 7 million from him from like an Arabian club. Now, realistically, I could see something like that happen for him. I just don't. My issue with me and you, Marshall, is that I just don't see the 15 million being met. I think maybe a 7 to 8 million bid. I think we're talking a bit more realistically in my eyes.
It could be 7 to 8 million with add-ons, and it could be up to fit. Like, I don't know, but there will be something. Like, you laugh, but like if you had told me we were gonna sell Lukaku for 40 plus add-ons, I would have laughed at you too. It's just
the problem is we had to sell him at that price because of to break even.
It's also not comparable, right? Because you're talking again. This goes back to what I said about like past thing of like you were selling him to a league where he's a known quantity. You're selling him to a manager who's a known quantity with. You're selling him a guy who again is a known quantity based on what he's done. 1 league titles. He's a guaranteed goal scorer if you put him in the right system, which he was going to.
Him to a club that needed a striker, and the manager only wanted Lukaku.
100%. So you would sell him for 40 million.
The season started, by the way.
I can remember the season.
Remember, the Serie A started, right? And Conte was mouthing off after a game, I think the third game or something, because they didn't have any signings. So
I was gonna say, like, the only way for me Sanchez leaves this club to another Premier League club is if Ben Roberts goes there first, because that would be similar to me with what we've done with Kepa. We can talk about Kepa going to Bournemouth. The only reason Kepa is in Bournemouth is because he played with the manager. If Iraola wasn't at Bournemouth, this guy would still be here. He wouldn't have gone.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I'm getting tired of talking about Sanchez. Yeah, but I just want to kind of no. I want to just talk. I want to add a bit of a tangent, right? Which is that, how much. Listen, I've accepted the reality that obviously the politics is overtaken. The reason why Sanchez is starting on, of course, and everything like that.
Very likely, yeah.
Right. Essentially, we've all accepted that here. But like, how much longer can this continue to go on here? Because if this does cost, because this is essentially costing us on average, again, statistically speaking. No. I'm just saying, on average, this is costing us a goal per game. Right now, our attack is also not shooting right now. Yes, maybe when Jackson Madueke comes, you get some modicum of improvement, but you still need to score a minimum 2 right? And at some level, we still have to score a minimum 2 goals per game, bro. I don't see how that's gonna happen right now. Even when, because like again, Madueke is coming back against full health, but it's gonna be out of form because he hasn't played in a while, right? Same with Jackson, right? So you then got Palmer. I don't know how long he's out for because it's looking like probably he's getting a scan. And when someone's getting a scan, well, let's hope, man. Let's hope so. But like, if it's a scan and then it's, but and he's not even playing well either, right? So That's the worry I have. Does that make sense, bro?
To close it off on this, just because I know we're not going to agree on this, and then I want to move on to the defense because I think there's one particular culprit we need to talk about. In terms of this, in my head, I'm just convinced that there is. You can't tell me that there is no team out there that doesn't have their Onana equivalent or their Sanchez equivalent that can't do the simple things as like shot stopping, like which is a crucial key part of being a goalkeeper. I'm sure there's going to be someone there. Might not even break even. We might have to take a slight loss on Sanchez, but there will be something there. Time will tell. I think this summer is going to be pivotal to that. And if at least the bare minimum alone, please, because we know this guy isn't on high salary. He's under that new wage structure, right? A loan to another team where he can have the Kepa type of season that he had at Bournemouth right now, and is now having people look at him like an actual option. That'd be fantastic, please. But keep him out of Chelsea at this point. Benoit, bro,
a bit crazy that we call him like this. You know, I have to say, on a personal level, we shouldn't be saying that sort of thing. Benoit, you know,
you heard what
Mr. CTE, man. Let's keep it pushing.
Himself, bro.
What can I ask you guys? Why do you think Maresca like has so much faith in this guy?
Because he's a crackhead.
You know what, man? He's not even a crackhead. You know what, man? If we're saying the goalkeeper is like political reasons,
I don't think.
You think so?
I don't think. No. Because
the reason why I say that realistically, Badiashile. But it stands to reason, right? It stands to reason that if you say the goalkeeper is politics, then the centre back has to be on some level too. Politics, right?
You think they're telling him play these players so that they get more time on screen and we can sell them? Is that what you're saying?
There may be some positions I actually hear, bro. I can hear it, bro.
That's not it. The reason why Badiashile is playing is because Lavia is out and Reece has to play in midfield. But Farmer's our best centre back. He has to be on midfield. And
so why didn't Tosin play?
Colwell, for some weird reason.
Prime already missed. I gave the reason already. That's why I'm not talking about the actual reason, but it's okay, Prime.
All right. Okay. Colwell, for some weird reason, they think he is this big, amazing crown jewel that we're going to build the whole defense around. And we've already seen with Colwell this season and last season. Colwell can't play in wide areas. So he has to play in the middle of the back three, meaning Tosin can't then play. And Badiashile is the only one that can play in the left of the back three. So that's why Badiashile is playing, because of Colwell.
Yeah, we have Prime already said this. I'm just obviously positing an alternative opinion just in case.
Yeah, no, I know, but like I don't like. We're just going to be honest. That's the only reason why like he's still in the team. So it's a Colwell.
The problem is like and I because this is something I was telling you, Marshall, right, which is that we don't have like an OCB that can do that thing of covering the space, but like because the only guy that can do that right now, sadly, is Badiashile, right? And he is trash, barbecue chicken. We agree, CTE, whatever you want to call it. The problem is, we don't have another LCB. But we know, I'm just thinking right now, we had someone there though, didn't we? Did we not have someone there? I must be mistaken though. Who did we have there? We had someone there, man. In January, there was someone there that, could have played the LCB role for us.
Fuck you. No. I know you're talking about. Fuck you.
No. Who?
You're not talking about gay, are you?
No, he's not talking about gay.
I think he played in Switzerland. No, Switzerland.
Is it Humphreys?
No. Humphreys. That's a good shout, bro.
Is it Gilchrist? No, it's not Gilchrist.
You man are forgetting who this guy is. Will's right. You fucking fraud. I know exactly who you're talking about. I know. You piece of shit.
Who am I going to talk? Who am I talking about?
Is it Caleb Wiley? Who are you asking about?
Renato Vega. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Who do you think I was going to say?
Ahmed, I take everything back. I apologize. I thought you were talking about someone else. I thought
he didn't tell me what
Hold up. Now I'm curious.
Wait, who did you think he was talking about?
I started talking about the Sassy.
Yeah,
I was going to say the Sassy.
Hey, that would have been a good show. I would have rated that.
Right? Ahmed's a fraud. Ahmed may be a fraud, but even I knew he was talking about Vega. You know why?
Yeah, I knew he was talking about Vega.
Ahmed's always been a Vega nation. Ahmed's always been a Vega nation.
We've been saying place Vega center back in the summer, but no.
Yes.
play what Cole will.
That's the thing, guys. Like, right? We had an actual guy who was competent to play that position, and we decided to let him go to Juve, bro. That's what annoys me. You know what I mean, Marshall? Like, listen, I could have said, I can't. The reason I don't say the sausages, the saucy LCB, bloody hell, mate. You know what I mean? Listen, RCB Nation and right back, we respect that, bro.
Listen,
that's it.
Saucy's like Cole. He can't play in wide areas, bro.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing, bro. That's my issue, Marshall, right? So the thing for me is, yeah, that we had a guy there that could do that job, and he could just play Cole CCB, and that would have actually solidified our defense. Yes, you may have been missing Fofana up until now, but you would have had 3 guys there that would have been super and solid at the very least, bro. And this is why for me, yeah, I look at the gaffer, and I'm like, gaffer, you could have done a lot better there, mate. I'm being serious.
I agreed with about 90% what you said. The only bit I didn't agree with, that fucking boohoo man model can get the fuck out of this football club. Like, he can leave, he can sit on his ass on the bench.
Who's boohoo? Who's he talking about? Who's boohoo man?
Come on, man. Lamar.
I genuinely don't know who he's talking about. Be serious.
I'm taking that now. Lamar Samuels himself.
Lamar, yes, Lamar.
Oh, he means Mr. Black Spray. Oh, sorry, Mr. Black Spray. Mr. Black.
Yeah.
Stop. I'm gonna quote.
No, that's why he can't jump for the head.
This is why he can't jump for the head, bro.
Hold on. I'm gonna quote. You're a Chelsea fan, not Jesters. The other guy, Carlito. I'm gonna quote Carlito. Scott Page, you don't have a right, bro. You were backing this Cole brother back in the summer. No. Don't speak.
Yo,
Cole.
Chill. That was crazy.
No, because I was out here saying Cole was not the guy. I've been saying this since he's at Huddersfield. But you Chelsea fans love to twerk. You love to twerk for these academy guys. You love to twerk for the wrong academy guys. Cole.
Spitting, man.
You like to cook for Italian babe. I get you.
And go and put asylum with chunks in them, man, bro. Go and channel the whole respect.
Bro, we got
Rose, Harry Pinero. Okay, go play Soccer Aid or something. You're not built for Chelsea. I'm sorry, bro. You're not. Leave.
This, by the way, Marshall. I like because we said this in the watch along. Did you see that challenge he made? By the way, this guy, like, yeah. Andrew, he was cheeks today. He could have been sent off, by the way.
He could.
This guy is an idiot.
That man went over the
wall. Wait. Why did he have a bad? Just because he could have got sent off.
25-30 minutes into a game, like, he could have been sent off for doing a challenge he didn't need to make at all. Like, Trossard's going away from the ball, and this guy goes, "No, let me just try and snap his legs," and just goes over the ball, like, to try to stunt him up.
I agree with Andrew. I don't think it was
got a red card for the challenge he made after getting a yellow.
I don't understand, like, that. Just like that.
No, but real talk though, like, listen, Liverpool, I know y'all were interested in Lamar Samuels. Listen, how about you spin the block one more time for Lamar, man? Real talk.
Nah, man, they're looking at slot of it. They're looking at slot of it.
What are we saying? What are we saying about Cole for Konate? What are we saying?
Wait. Sorry. I'm just thinking, how bad was he? He won 2 out of his 4, and he won 5 out of his 3 aerial duels. And he was.
Yeah, I wasn't going to join in on that one. Our worst defender was Benoit, to be honest.
We lost the game because of a set piece. Our box defending was decent. I guess our defending into transition until the box was shit. But box defending was decent. I'm not. What are we really? We're putting a Colwell Value Shield like a failure job. It's not like he was missing mad passes. He made 68 out of 77.
Benoit was, but
I know, but I'm saying Colwell. Like I said, I thought Benoit was definitely the worst of the two. Like, he stunk the pitch up for 45 minutes. Like, he got a little bit better in the second half, but stunk the pitch up. But, like, for me, Fofana was the only centre back today.
You know the funny thing is, Fofana made 0-6 ground tackles. He won out of 4. Colwell at least made half.
Yo.
Bro, I can see what eyes from today. Like, you can tell me about stats. Like, cool. Like, Fofana was better today.
Got no tackles. Got no tackles that are successful compared to a guy who did. And we're crashing on the guy who made tackles. And not like he made 100. He did 100 and succeeded on 1.
To be fair, Fofana should have
made the same amount of ground tackles, except
Fofana could have got off that tackle he made against who was it?
Rice. It was Rice.
Rice.
It was Rice.
Yeah,
Rice. No, the thing is, you know what the funny part is? That wasn't even a tackle. That wasn't the tackle. He just stepped on him after. Because the tackle was fine. It was the fact that he stepped on him after.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought Fofana was all right, but like he got lucky that he didn't get sent off because
100%.
he could have gotten a second
but
yellow
outside of
multiple
that-
times today.
Outside of that and the stupid yellow card, I thought he did good today. He was the only one of our centre backs driving forward with the
I
ball.
agree.
He was the only centre back like getting into the like Arsenal like attackers and trying to like stop them and do anything. Like I thought he was like the only centre back actually did anything. I didn't say
If
defender.
anything, I
because
thought
obviously-
Levi was quiet, but that's usually good. I don't think defensively, like we had too many issues.
We're literally he was the best actually out of the 3 center backs we had. Funnily enough, yes, he was. He was better than Badia Shield, and he was.
I think Fofana clearly had an attitude issue today. Fofana had an attitude issue today, bro. He was just doing a bit. He was just being. He was being way too
nuts and shit. Like, it was crazy.
Like the problem for me with Fofana was that he was mad aggressive today. I'll be honest, too aggressive, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened last night, but he needed to chill out, bro. That's all I'm just gonna say of him.
I will say this, right? Whatever we say about the 3 center backs that played, they would have done a lot better if our goalkeeper didn't sell them down the river.
True.
True.
Not wrong.
I was speaking on the centre back thing as well. Like, this is another issue with Maresca. I mentioned this on Armour's stream and I mentioned this on Lewis. I'll mention it here again. This is only the third time that Colwell and Badiashile have played together this season. The third time. We're in game week 29. Why are you starting those two together in a game like this? That should not happen because you get a performance, especially from Badiashile like you do today. Because there's no chemistry. Why are you switching? Why are you switching the centre back partnership every game?
Not even that.
I don't get why you didn't start Tosin.
Did you see the stat that Did you see the stat that Cucurella, Colwell, Fofana, James is the first time they played together?
Oh yeah, I did say that.
And they didn't even play in the back four.
Nope. By the way, yeah, and that's another thing. By the way, like I don't know why Maresca at half time didn't put Lavia in for Badiashile and put James at right back.
Yeah, Lavia's on the. If you have Lavia there on the bench, like I assumed he would have done what he did against Liverpool, where he was saving Lavia and James for that game. And if you're not going to do that, then at half time you got to bring on Josh Hatchington. You got to do something.
I agree, Prime. I agree, bro. I'm not gonna hold you,
bro. Like,
but this is the thing. I already said this. At this point, any player that we know isn't good enough, but that Maresca continues to play on a regular basis, I'm gonna stop blaming the player and I'm gonna start blaming Maresca. It is what it is. If Maresca wants to die on the Sanchez hill, then trust me, he will die on it, bro. I hate Sanchez and more than any modicum of what I like about Maresca. 100% on God. So if he keeps choosing Sanchez, it says enough, bro. It says enough, bro. I'm Maresca out 100%. I don't care. That's how much I dislike Sanchez. And the thing is, like, he's the worst keeper I've ever seen in my life, bro. Forget at Chelsea in my lifetime, bro. And I've seen 3rd division Ecuadorian football, bro. I've been in the trenches. He is the worst keeper I've ever seen.
Scott, how long have I been talking about Achingpong? Since like the back end of last season?
I think so, maybe. I can't remember.
I've been talking since the Spurs game when he came on. Since the Spurs game when he came on, and I saw, so we have a guy that can play right back, and we've used Gilchrist all season. That had another like nail in the coffin for Poch with me. But the fact that we made a big deal giving Josh a contract, you gave him a locker in the dressing room. The Bournemouth game, the goal wasn't really necessarily his fault anyway. Sanchez still sort of saved it, but you hooked him off because of that, and we now haven't seen him play again, really, in the Prem. When we've had centre-back issues, like, there's no need to really bring back Chalobah, because we still had Josh who could have played. And now you're throwing in Badiashile with no need. Colwell still should not be playing because of his poor form. And you're not trusting Josh. He's actually good. Josh is not worse than what we have. He's not. But you're not playing him. Gusto's been ass all season, and you're not playing him.
I disagree. I just think because we haven't seen him play enough, let's just say this. If he had played more games this season or started more games, I think we would have seen deficiency in Achingpong because he's protecting him to an extent, I think.
He's not. Okay, so we haven't seen enough of Achingpong play. but we've seen enough of Sanchez play, but you think teams are going to spend money on it.
I'm telling you, there's a political decision to it, and I do think some team is going to see the saves and the good stats of Sanchez, and we can sell and twist it and pivot it on that point to actually merit a loan or a sale. With Acheampong, bro, I haven't seen enough to Acheampong to say like, oh, he's the perfect right back. Or
do you know Marshall? Do you know Marshall? Right? Because remember, we knew when we were doing those new shows. Like Acheampong was wanted by PSG, was wanted by Bayern Munich. These are clubs that are offering him regular starting minutes, bro, to play on a consistent basis, bro. So, the talent is there clearly, and there are teams that are willing to play him on a minute-to-minute basis. So, I think for me, I think we should be, if that is happening, and that is the belief, he should be able to get a spot in our team right now and actually do a job. I'm not even saying
he plays though.
He doesn't play. He actually does not play. He does not play regularly, Marshall. He's only played, I think, if off the top of my head, he's only played 5 matches, I think, this season, and I think 2 of them are only starts. Right? It's like 5 or 6 appearances at most.
And one of them was Conference League.
Yes.
Since the Bournemouth game, it's disgraceful. It's nothing short of disgraceful since
he says 784 minutes. Never mind. Let me take that.
Since the Bournemouth game, he was getting stopped up until Bournemouth. Since the Bournemouth game, the way he's been treated is disgraceful.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
guy that apparently you trusted. That's why he signed the contract, because of the conversation with you. But I think that's a separate issue. Like, I want to tangent slightly away. So unless you have something else to say about Acheampong, I just want to tangent slightly away, because talking of I don't know who brought it up. Talking of Maresca playing the same players, and just picking the same guys and trusting the same guys, I desperately want to talk about number 18 now, because fucking Christ, on a bike, I never want to see this guy play for Chelsea Football Club again. He's worse than Kai Havertz. He's straight up.
Oh, that guy.
He's shit.
That guy.
Oh, you're talking about Nkunku.
He's the laziest.
You know what I realized today, Scott?
He's the laziest player I've ever seen play football.
Did you think he's lazy today, though?
Yes.
Talking about lazy, really? I thought it was like one of his games he actually pushed a bit harder, like movement wise and tracking.
He did for like 10 minutes and gave up.
That's how low the bar is, Chris.
No, I know the bar's low. Because that guy is normally lazy. I thought he was definitely. It's not as lazy.
Does the seeing Nkunku play like this over and over in the left wing make you miss Mykhailo Mudryk a little bit?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I miss Mudryk. I'd rather
Because the thing about Mudryk,
You'd rather Nkunku than Mudryk.
Because the problem is, listen, the problem is, no. Listen, the problem is, Nkunku is trash right now, right? Okay. Mudryk is just like this, legit.
Why would you have Nkunku then?
Right? No. There is literally a little bit more. What's it called? A little bit more better right now.
I don't know if it's a little bit at this point.
I'll be honest, it's a little bit more better, bro. Because the problem with Mudryk here was that whenever he played in the Premier League, I'm gonna exclude his Conference League performances here. He would consistently just run in a straight line. He wouldn't zigzag or dribble.
That's
essentially,
not true
and right. There is this season, bro. Barring the Forest game, because I'm giving him credit for the Forest game. The other games, bro, he would just
against United, he was giving them issues, but we just never.
Against United, he got blocked because he was dribbling in a straight line, and the player dropped in front of him.
A lot of other players, no one else is doing anything.
Marshall, to answer your question properly, does it make us miss Mudryk? I'm gonna give the same answer I give about the Poch Maresca thing. If we are in 2025 arguing over these two bombs, can I not talk about the sporting directors now?
I never said you couldn't.
No, but my point is, people, we love to do like cheeks versus cheek arguments. I don't care. If we miss Mudryk
to show up, fucking A. Hey, Miss Molina.
if we're missing Mudryk, then like bloody hell.
For like 5 out of the 12 months of the year, and shows up for the Arsenal crash out.
It's just for me, man. It's just for me at the end of the day, guys. Yeah, again, we look at a lot of these guys that we have right now. Yeah, I know we're gonna talk about maybe some of the other guys that are gonna be coming back from injury later. But it's like, that's not good enough, bro.
Here's the thing. My point in getting at that is that Nkunku has been so shit that Mykhailo Mudryk has shown me more than Nkunku. And I didn't really have that much belief in Mykhailo Mudryk.
No, you're right, but like the bar's in hell. So like,
yes,
it is.
Ultimately, like none of them are good enough.
Madueke was having some level. Madueke, I want to give a good example. Yeah, we used to crucify Madueke. Yeah, for some, you know what I mean. Some of the shots that he used to take. Yeah, I just want to point that out there, bro.
Shooters now. We got zero shooters now.
Zero shooters, man.
The thing is that Marshall. I'll say this. The thing is that with Mudryk, I struggled to miss him because he provided nothing. So it's hard to miss nothing, right? I would say a more apt example would have been Madueke. I was literally just about to say that because Madueke, as much as we absolutely slandered him, he held the width well. He was able to stretch defenders. He was able to bring people to him, and he would take shots. He would cut in and he would shoot. And when you have somebody who cuts in and shoot, now the defense is a little bit more on their toes. You feel me? Now
and wait, RSM. You know what they also? You know what he also had that we don't have right now in our attack? CHEMISTRY, chemistry. He had chemistry with our players, bro. He had chemistry. You know what I mean? He legit had chemistry with our players because right now, bro, you see the way we attack right now, bro. Zero chem.
Bro,
zero chem.
Than Nkunku has with Palmer, bro. Nkunku and Palmer was one of the most torturous things I've had to see.
With the whole team, let's be real.
We can forget about Nkunku and Palmer. Yeah, it was everyone.
So yeah, we everyone, bro. The thing is, though, like I look at Tariq. Tariq don't have no chemistry with anyone either. He don't have any chemistry with anyone either. You look at Palmer since he's basically been in poor form. He's lost some level of chem with our attackers too. And everything like that. So listen, there's a lot of things here, yeah. That a lot of our attack in general has just lost chemistry. You know, Fatul, bro. Unlike you, bro. You know, I've got a master's degree. What do you have? Respect yourself, mate.
Can we talk about Jaden No-Show?
Fatul has a master's as well, I think.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, but does he have a master's degree in civil engineering? Thank you very much.
Maybe not, but
yeah, but
Fatul has a master's degree in something.
Let me not go there.
I don't know.
But anyways, yeah. Can we talk about
just before you move on to talk about treats, just on Nkunku finally, like I'm thinking,
fucking troops.
Like I'm being genuinely serious when I say this.
I appreciate it. I don't want to
wait, before you hold on, because you said
you're proving my point. No, you're proving your point. We're fucking 15th. We're 15th. We are 15th, so.
It's fucking Jadon Sancho, everyone.
Yeah, like, bro. Actually, no. To be fair, Zar kind of Nkunku could be Zar for like. To be fair,
I think for me, the best one was Nkunku is fucking Phantom. We got Phantom up top. That's who we got.
Wait, who's Phantom?
He's a Twitch streamer.
He's a Twitch streamer. Sure, man.
He's a fat Dominican. Is that how?
God damn.
Hey, he plays like once.
Hey, listen, man. Shout out my Dominicans, but he's a fat Dominican. You should watch this. You should go watch his highlights for the fucking Sidemen charity match. That's about as that's what Nkunku did this match, bro. On God.
Listen, Nkunku. Let's talk about him, man.
Okay,
you were saying, Scott. I don't know if you finished what you said.
I was going to say, yeah, like, George needs to play the rest of the season over him.
Okay, Tyreek George, an 18-year-old, does more for us in the past 3 games than this fraud has done for the past year. How does a man who's supposed to be hyped up because he was top scorer of the Bundesliga, was one of the best players in... You know what the funny thing is? You know what we all thought he was going to do? Press, because he came from Leipzig. And this fucker is shit at pressing. He's shit at the one thing we thought he would be at least decent at, from a club that's known to press in a league that's known to press. That's fucking insane. That's like being a Spanish dude who doesn't know how to pass and dribble properly. What the fuck did we get this for, bro?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? That's insane, dude. How does that happen? And then apparently when he's for France, he's balling. You know why he's balling? Because we're playing for the most stack-sided international football against freaking Sampdoria and shit. Of course you're gonna be balling out, man. I'll be balling out against Sampdoria. They're literally plumbers. They won 1 game in the past 500 years, and we made a big deal about it. So what are we doing? This man's he's fucking ass. And people said on the chat, he's not good at striker, but Maresca's playing on left wing. You know what Maresca said as a quote? That Nkunku and his agent were saying his second favorite position is left wing. So what the fuck do you do?
They do homeschooling in Hammersmith?
This is what you do.
They do homeschooling in Hammersmith.
I gotta read this.
I don't even live in Hammersmith. Where is Hammersmith?
£4.99 super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Hold on. You said masters in civil engineering, but you also said
in my life
that you did homeschooling in Hammersmith.
Masters is higher, while they're both doing one's computer science, the other one's civil. I don't care. Anyway,
you're moving like our players sideways passes.
Homeschooling.
Ahmed, do you want me to respond to this for you? Perfect response for you, right? I'm not even going to make the private school joke because I'm going to Fatter, you're the same guy that waited until it was 12 midnight just to wish someone a happy birthday, man. You should find shame.
Yeah.
Whoa, damn.
I do. Okay, there must be a particular someone because I was
anyways
wrong with that, man.
Yeah, no, you don't know. We know.
Nkunku is asked, sell him to Bayern Munich for 50 million or whatever fuck it is. Bayern company, you wanted him, take him. With open arms. I've never had such a shit signing. Who was supposed to be so hyped up. Also cost.
We had all the. That's kind of crazy.
It wasn't even that expensive.
I Chelsea have had more hyped up signings that were more.
No. I'm saying a signing that only cost us 60 million. That was also hyped up because we're like, oh, he's a good player. So we're like, oh, we didn't overpay like 100 million like we did for Lukaku.
I was about to say.
And he's still shit because we thought we were shit of big signings. We're shit of medium tier tough signings with this guy too now. He's so
you could tell his mind is somewhere else, bro. He's already thinking about the fucking Bundesliga or whatever, or Saudi. I don't know, man, but his mind is somewhere else. His brother's not playing for the team at all, man. He's there to collect the check. That's it. He's a check collector. I ain't gonna hold you.
I know we're gonna get onto like other things, but you know the two signings we made. You know that left winger, right wing back we bought. I bet you right now he does more for us right now when he joins.
Oh God, fuck, was it Kenda?
Then Nkunku. I'm not saying he's gonna do amazing. I'm just gonna say he'll do at least 1% more than Nkunku does right now. I can bet you money on that.
Remember at the start of this, because you were talking about him scoring against Plumbers, right? Remember at the start of the season when people were saying that he's better than Jackson because he was scoring against Plumbers in the Conference League.
The funny thing is, guess how many goals Nkunku got in the Conference League, and guess how much we were bashing on Mark Guiu for. Man's 19 has the same amount of goals as Nkunku.
Hey guys, remember when I told you guys, right? What I kept saying, Johnny Kenny has as much goals as Nkunku in the Conference League, and you guys laughed at me for that. Remember, you laughed at me. I tell you guys, he's not good.
Who's laughing now?
Johnny, exactly. Who's laughing now, nigga? Who's laughing now?
Whoa!
There's no whoa. He can say it.
No, listen, he can say it, but he said that a bit too much, man. He said that with the hardy, man. Yo, chill out, uncle, man. You know what I mean?
There was a bit too much vim.
Yeah, man. I felt that a little bit, man. I felt it a little bit. I was like, damn.
You know what? Thank you.
But I want to talk about both players because they're both equally as shit.
Thank you, Marshall, for allowing me to say the word, man. Thank you, Marshall.
Anyways.
Yeah, Marshall.
That's why I let Ahmed read a super chat once, but he was like, he censored himself because he's more white than he is Somali.
Yeah, man, that's true. That's
Oh, maybe it's because I'm trying to make sure you don't get fucking demonetized, you fucking cunt. You know, why about you? You fuck you, man. Listen, stop ruining my fucking sport. You fucking American, man. Go back to Peru. Ice, I'm calling Ice. I'm calling Ice. No, there we go. Look, see that? No, he wants to do that.
Funny, bro. This is so.
Bro was crashing out, man.
Straight red. First straight red of the channel.
Hey, so Marshall, are you saying that?
You could have kept going, but once you started bringing my Peruvianness into it, that's what
Oh my God, man. No, this is peak.
You can make fun of me for being American, but don't make fun of me about being Peruvian. Ceviche's top, bro.
Are you saying Ahmed is proper Chelsea before you're Somali?
Let's go.
Anyways, that was violent contact. You went in there with 2 feet, bro.
I just want to do 2 birds with one stone. Let's talk about skinny troops. Skinny troops, once again, with the stats, did fuck all.
I'll be real. I don't think he's skinny.
You know what the funny thing is? Normal troops does more for me in my life. Normal troops does more for me in my life. Troops done for me in Chelsea.
No, this is too funny, bro.
At least normal troops gives me entertainment. You know what? Normal troops in his field creates more than Sancho skinny troops does in his field. This man is a bum ass cheek. He did one good skill move the entire match, but created fuck all. And that one good skill move was near the middle edge of the middle area near the end of where he was close to the line and wiggled out of 2 players and passed to the midfielder. That's the only thing he did today. The only thing he did. This is now what game number 7 where he has 5 billion take-ons, 1 successful dribble, and I'm like, oh wow, what the fuck? Did you make any key passes? No. What the fuck is the point of this? If I wanted a street baller, I could have just gone to any cage in England and been like, hey, do you want to just be a left winger for Chelsea? Because he's fucking ass. And the way he hesitates to shoot the ball is like, if he shoots it, it's going to have cooties. Or if there's like a fucking, I can say this because my skin color has been labeled past 2001. It's like there's a bomb to his fucking chest. If he shoots the fucking, hey, I'm Indian. We were labeled for another things happened during 2001 for us. Anyways, so it's like there's a bomb to his chest, and the second he shoots, it's gonna fucking detonate.
So are you saying you're fighting the war on troops?
Yeah.
The war on troops. The war on troops is killing me, man.
But it's like his leg's gonna blow up if he shoots the ball. That's it. Like, I don't know what he thinks, or he thinks the ball has cooties or something. I don't know if he's a child and he thinks he has. I don't know what he thinks with the ball. Like, I don't know what this man is. I don't want to pay United the 18 million just to reject him. So let's buy him for 25 and fucking sell him off the same summer.
That's what I was saying.
To be fair though, that's literally the move. If we were to not want to have him as our player, that would literally be the move. By the way,
wait, would it be 18 mil?
Yes, it's 18 million for canceling this.
Keep him. Just might as well keep him. Then.
No, that's what I'm saying. Keep him and move him on, like, respectfully. Like, that's the best thing to do. Like, giving him back does nothing for us, because then
the report was that if we don't agree,
we already paid. It would be. By the way, that's 25 plus on top. Like, it's not worth it, man.
When Nottingham Forest sell Alanga, right, and they buy Sancho, I'll be there, man.
Anyways,
I don't know what it is, Sancho.
Because Prime, I think based on reports, it's that we don't have to agree a contract with them, but we have to trigger the obligation to buy, but sell them off right away with the club that's going to agree a contract with them.
Yeah, exactly.
So buy him for the 25, because I don't want to pay 18 and then they can sell him for 25 million on top of the Man United. I don't want to give them more money. Buy him for 25, sell him for 25 or 26 or whatever fuck it is. He can go fuck off where the sun don't shine, because he's getting outplayed by an 18-year-old academy kid who we thought is bang average anyways.
I mean,
when George comes on, you know what I can assure you? He's going to dribble and move forward with the ball. At least I know when he's attempting the dribble and he succeeds, it moves forward towards goal.
This is not true.
Right.
What do you mean? Yes, he literally did it against
No, CP, not what you said.
The comment.
Neto is
and also I disagree with Lewis saying, I also disagree with Lewis saying he's our best winger to my fucking
part of the issue, part of our issue right now, at least I would probably argue Sancho to an extent, even what's his name, Tariq George. Madueke had this problem a lot of the time as well, right? When he was playing the wing, Neto has had this problem as well, is that a lot of the time, bro, these brothers are doing 2v1s, doing 3v1s, right? Now, today's performance, shit, trash, disgusting, fuck you, fuck everyone, whoever you call it, right? Yeah. But the reality is, also, like, there's a system problem right now where our wingers are being asked to be fucking, like Isagi from Blue Lock, bro. They legit, they're asking on him to like Blue Lock characters that can like drill past everyone, bro. Like genuinely, bro. Like,
I agree with you with the right wing, but the left wing, Cucurella inverts.
No, because like I get what you mean. CP. Like, but I'm just talking about sometimes some of the dilemmas, right? That some of wingers have, right? And like, I don't understand what's going on that right hand side, even like that you're making the point on, even CP. Like, why is there no one underlapping? Because it used to be Enzo or Palmer that used to do the underlapping run there, and that's not even happening anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Right, and so like, you know, a lot of the wingers, that's what's happening there. A lot of the time is that our wingers struggle, bro. You know what I mean? We're giving them too much work to do, in my personal opinion, which isn't fair. At the end of the day, bro, Sancho, I knew that he was not going to be at my club. The moment I started hearing about we can pay a penalty fee to not buy him. You know what I mean? Alright, so you know we can cut our chickens on him, but you know what's up. Remember the same thing happened with Chukwuemeka. The moment I had Chukwuemeka the 40 million release clause, I knew the jig was up with him at Chelsea. So listen. He's not here at the end of the season. We just gotta hope he can give us something at the very least in the last 9 games in the Premier League, and whatever happens in the Conference League.
That's kind of where I'm going with Ahmed. Like forever Chelsea, I'm not forgetting how good he was in the first half of the season.
He wasn't that great. Though, let's be honest.
I mean, he was. Bro, like, see, the thing is, like, when we talk about good, like, you need to qualify. Like, he was contributing to games, but like, at the only game I would say he took by the scruff of the neck was the Bournemouth game, and then the first half of the Spurs game.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is,
I'm
though,
sorry.
like,
Listen,
I agree that lately, like, it's not been impressive, right? Like, I do think that what Ahmed was saying is right. Like, this is a player that you can tell he's the type of winger that benefits from an overlapping. He needs support. He needs to 1-2 with someone, and he can't do it by himself. And this is like, and like, it's almost like Maresca is asking everyone to be Neymar, and it's
no, it's not. With Cucurella, we saw so many times the first half when he was doing so well, and Cucurella does this now. He underlaps, overlaps. He's the fucking gate. He's the fucking everything. Cucurella is literally everything on the left hand side. He crashes the box. He underlaps for the winger. He overlaps for the winger. He's the box crasher. He's the fucking shooter, like in front of the box. He does everything. He did that again today. I get that with the right wing. I have no excuse for the left, whoever is in the left wing.
But even then, though, like,
with the right wing, you have a right back inverting in. So I can get why there's no one overlapping or underlapping, and that's why it's more difficult for the right winger. With the left winger, you don't have that with Cucurella. I'm sorry.
I understand that too, but I also think another factor is Jackson. Like, having a target point, having someone to, like, hey, as soon as I get past this player, I can just cross it in, or low driven cross, pass into box, someone will be there. I do think that also plays a factor into it. I'm not making excuses for Jadon Sancho.
Can I give a hot take, Marshall? Can I give a hot take?
But I do know, real quick before you go on, I do know, like, there is a good player. Like, he has ability in him that I'm like, okay, surely there's like something we can do with this player that actually
the thing
makes
is, Marshall,
the best out of his attributes.
You need to know what he is and what he isn't. Like, for example, the game today was a terrible game to use him in, especially after we go 1-0 down. You're playing him and Nkunku on the wing. Neither of them have pace. Your attack's dead instantly. Even if they put effort in, they still have no pace, even if they're trying their hardest.
I feel like we are on some level doing a bit too much overhyping on what Jackson was doing in our team. I know he's been out of the team for a while, right? But I think the thing about Jackson that he was, whenever he wasn't usually in the box, in the sense that because what would happen is he would drive the ball forward, right? In the sense that he would get it from like somewhere in midfield, drive the ball forward into the wing, and then the thing is, it would usually be actually your guy Marshall Cucurella that would actually be in the box, because he would be the guy that would be.
Guy all of a sudden.
What, is he not your guy, Marshall?
I mean, I like him, but he's not my guy.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay, so we got another Cucurella here.
My guy, then.
There you go, man. Cucurella here. I mean, I'm not too sure about Jackson being your guy, man.
Stop. Jackson's your who?
Jackson's his guy. I know. I'm shocked. Mr. Touchy Nation. Touchy Nation.
Jackson's your guy?
Jackson.
Oh, now he's your guy. Now he's your. Oh, but when he's playing in the team,
Jackson would be more.
The black's his guy now. The black guy's his guy now.
Jackson.
Now the black guy's his guy.
Viewers, he's lying to your face. Now he's lying to your face. I will say this as a panelist. This Marshall man is lying to your face if he's telling you Jack.
Me and Marshall, the streets, the Casually FC streets know about me and Marshall all of last season fighting about Jackson, about him being touchy. That's all I have to say.
And behind this, he calls him
I said he's more of my guy. You guys want to know who my guy is? I'll tell you who my guy is.
Marshall, let me know when you're ready. Christopher Nkunku is your guy. But the fact you've made us all
to be fair,
wow,
I did back him a lot in the beginning.
Yeah,
you're not wrong, but he wasn't my guy either.
Havertz is your guy, but you think Jackson's your? No, man, stop it, bro.
No, stay away from
all
that.
You guys are.
Stay over there.
Okay, hold on. Let me go around the horn, because none of you guys know who my guy is, and I'm ashamed that he's my guy. But who do you think my guy is? Like, who do you really think my guy is? Because all I said was like Jackson's more of my guy than whoever.
The racist is your guy. The racist is your guy. Enzo.
All right, we don't need to go any further.
Enzo. Yeah, no, I know this guy. Like, that's why. I know.
Hey, makes sense how you treat Jackson. makes sense now.
It makes sense how he treats me now. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean when he says, "Why do you call?" You know, when he start calling me, "Oh, you're more white than you're Somali." You know what I mean. Now it makes sense.
That's for Prime. This is for Prime. Prime. That's for you. For instigating.
Wait, I got something for you. Wait,
right? We were back in school in English class when
as he continues to instigate,
like Kill a Mockingbird, and the teacher would make word. That's what Ahmed did for that super chat. Watch this with that super chat.
Wait,
Said,
Ahmed, I have to ask you a question. Do you think Jackson's this guy now, kind of like, you know, when like a racist or someone's like, I have a black friend though, so this is
he's his drug bar. He's his drug bar, man. He's his drug bar now. You know what I mean? You know like how old these you know like how old Chelsea guys. Oh, drug bar, what a legend, oh lad, that's my striker. You know what I mean?
You know, drug was a legend though. Drug was a legend. You know what I'm saying? My favorite player is terrible.
I mean, you're a shameless fella, man.
Boy,
that's why it's this guy. No, I get it, Marshall. Like, but you gotta say, I have a black friend, so now Jackson's your guy. I get you, man.
Yeah, it didn't work with Nkunku. Didn't work with Nkunku.
Yeah, you know why? Nkunku's light skin, isn't it? He's not dark enough. That's the problem.
Exactly. And he's French. He's not. He doesn't help him pass that tag. You know what I'm saying? The black friend.
Yeah,
tag.
I mean.
What are we talking about?
No, I was saying that. No, the point I was trying to make. Going back to our point. My point I was making to you, Marshall, was that I feel like Jackson's getting a bit too juiced up, if that makes sense, right? In the sense that we're saying, oh, because you're missing Jackson, X, Y, Z is happening. I think we're doing too much of Jackson, right? We're not tempering. We're not being a bit more nuanced in the sense that. I mean, because the point I was making, because Jackson was not usually in our box, because again he does the thing of like driving the ball forward a lot of the time, giving it then to the winger, and the problem we used to have was that there was no one in the box, or Jackson's too short to get there, the ball, or it would be Kukurea, 5'7" Kukurea, making that back of the post run, if that makes sense.
But the other thing is too, it's like Jackson is part of it, but it's also another part of it being Palmer, like. It's just overall the link of playing, the chemistry that those four players had: Cucurella, Palmer, Jackson with Sancho. And listen, I'm not trying to make an excuse that, oh, Sancho needs all these players in order to work. It shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't. But there is something to say that we're seeing a much worse version of that Jadon Sancho in the beginning of the season, or this point of the season, than the beginning of the season. And there are some factors there. I'm not going to sit here and say like, yo, he should be sold, because I think all of us can admit like, there is a good player there, but like he's just not, showing up right now. I mean, I think for the price that we bought him at too, I'm not that upset about it, but he does need to step up. I do need to see more out of him.
Well, Marshall, we haven't bought him though. That's why the conversation is getting louder now, because there is an option to pull out of the deal.
No. But the thing is, it makes no sense to pull out of the deal. Like, it legit makes no sense, because we're gonna get him for so cheap. We could easily flip him for 25 again, bro. 25 is nothing, man.
Go ahead.
Is our pull-out game strong enough? That's a real thing.
I would be more than happy with keeping it next season as like a backup left winger, like as a backup, as a squad option. I've got no issue with that, but he can't be the starter next season for me.
Yeah,
like I've got no issue with him. If we buy him and don't sell him and he be a squad option, I'm fine with that. But he cannot be
25 million. That's good for squad.
Yeah, like he can't be the starter next season.
He's not 16.
It's either got to be Neto on the left or a new winger we buy.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he can't be the starter.
I struggle with the idea of
than I do. You go to the games.
I struggle with the idea of like him in this team though, like to an extent, because he wants to play on the inside. Like he wants to cut in. He doesn't want to hold the width.
I do think like
I think that can work though. I think that can work if you have the right guys around him. But I think this just goes back to the conversation of how this team is built. And like if these sporting directors, and they won't, so this is a pointless conversation. But let's just do a hypothetical here. If they wanted to actually build this team properly and build it so like he could succeed. Like, for example, right, if you actually had it so you had a 4 behind a striker and it wasn't a weird amalgamation of, like, sometimes the left centre mid is, or the left 6 is pushing into a position and sometimes they're not, and it's really weird at the moment. Like, if you actually had it where the left 10 was a 10 and was pushing up and giving him options, but he's also got the potential option of, like, the left centre backs pushing up a little bit as well, like, it could work. But if you're going to leave him isolated all the time, then no, it's not. But it just comes back to profiling and how they built this team. Like,
I feel like kind of spoken about a lot of the players here, but there is someone that we need. There's the man, obviously not the man that's in charge, which is the head coach. I need to stop saying manager because he's not managing the team, right?
Before
right?
you do that, actually, because I do want to pull up his comments, and then I want you to ask your question.
Oh, his comments are encouraged, by the way.
Yeah, I do want to.
RSM was having happiness of his quotes. Wait, not RSM.
Caicedo's are a joke as well, by the way. Like this whole PR thing around. Sorry, Marshall.
Oh, sorry. We do before you even get to his quotes.
The whole like hyping bullshit that that this club want to keep doing, and it's always Caicedo because he was the same guy making the comments after Middlesbrough, by the way, talking about when I played for them with Brighton, we beat them 2-0 when he wasn't even playing.
He wasn't even playing for Brighton.
Yeah. Sorry, Marshall. Before you go to these quotes, if you don't mind, can you go back to the original setting, if you don't mind? Yeah, because there is something we need to talk about, right? Which is mentality of the team, right? When the way we sometimes go into these games, bro, yeah, and the way our players act, bro, it really feels like, bro, there is a lack of mentality, bro. Genuinely speaking, bro, in the team.
Said this already?
We didn't speak about this today.
Not today. We've talked about.
No, but I feel like again, this is like I'm just pointing out that, again, it's another game where the mentality, bro, stinks. You know what I mean? You like genuinely, bro. I can't believe Fofana was trying to time waste, bro. Today, he tried to time waste, and you're 1-0 down.
Say bro one more time.
Boy, and he got a yellow.
And he got yellow for it. There, listen, it felt like, bro, there were. Fuck you, you know what I mean? There's been times as well, like where I just look at the players and I'm like, where's the urgency? Well, who's making the runs? Where's the one thing I like to use is aggression. I feel like our team lacks some level of testosterone, bro. Why are we not aggressive enough? Where's the testosterone? Generally speaking, bro, right? And then the worst thing that made it. I feel like commonly to make it worse here was then. At almost full time, you're getting Maresca shaking Vinky's hand, and he's going, try harder. Nasty work, bro. Zero mentality.
That shit pissed me off. I can't lie, bro. What are we talking about? Mourinho would have pimp slapped you, bro.
Conte would be fighting him. I can't even lie. Even though Conte's a terrorist and he needs to go to the Hague. Yeah, I know at least Conte would get it back in blood. Even Tuchel would get it back in blood.
Bad, bro. How are you shaking his
hand? No way, bro. You can shake his hand after that, bro.
Even Lampard.
Wait, Marshall, do you know what we're talking about?
Lamps would fight you. I know Lamps would fight.
Marshall, there's a video during the broadcast. You can see, I think it was Timber, right? Timber goes up to Maresca, says, you should try harder, and then Maresca shakes his hand mid-game. Why?
Oh, Arteta said he try harder. Not Arteta.
No. Whatever his face.
Who said that?
That's a weird situation because it's like this. It's like this situation. It's like
it's not though. It's Timber. He hasn't done shit in his career.
Bro. Yes.
Holland is saying that because he just came off a treble. They won the Champions League.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, a player is little boy in you, bro. A player is little boy in you, Marshall.
Who has done nothing, bro? It's not a legend. It's not Rooney.
That makes me want to get a beer.
What are we doing?
It's not even any player, by the way. It's Timber.
I know.
You hear that?
Timber.
Shiver me Timber is fucking Timber.
Like if Saka was doing this, I'd understand, right? Like you just kind of got to hold that, right? Timber.
Bro, fucking Timber.
I did not catch that. Like, wait, obviously end of the game or whatever, and then he shook his hand.
Yeah, it was the end of the game. You probably zoned out, to be honest.
End of the game. It was like 90. Like it was in.
I think I went to my phone as soon as the whistle pin.
No, and this is again, it goes back to this bitch mentality, bro. We are fucking bitches. No testosterone. It feels like a lot of our players have got their balls cut, bro. Because no aggression, bro. You know what I mean? There's another thing here. I know, a lot of people, from across the border don't like this time of passion, desire, and intensity, bro. Yeah. But those three basic things are also missing. Where's the passion? Where's the desire? Where's the intensity?
Ahmed, that's not it.
Hang
on, that's not it. We do have that. We do have those passion and all that. We have it in the wrong moments. I used the picture today. My Abbey is Colwill celebrating against Southampton because that's when we want to do it. We want to do it against 20th place Southampton.
Or Fofana making stupid
In a
tackles.
big derby.
Yeah. Or Fofana making dumb tackles after getting yellow. That was passion.
We want to do it against these teams, but not in a London derby.
You know what would be a good moment for Cole to shush the Chelsea fans? Today. You score today, score the winner, or score the equalizer even, and you shushing Chelsea fans, I would have accepted that. That makes sense.
No,
I'm not isolating. By the way, I'm not isolating Cole here because Neto falls into that as well with his celebration too from the same game.
Oh yeah, shushing the fans, bro. How are we shushing
Yeah,
fans?
fine,
Man?
no, but instead of doing that, instead of shushing fans, Cole was out trying to break legs instead.
Exactly.
No, but this is the thing. You know what I'm gonna say? Like they lack aggression, bro. Sometimes they do have aggression, but they're idiots, bro.
Yeah,
they do it in
no
the wrong
idea.
moments. They're aggressive in the wrong moments, bro.
I said this on Ahmed's watch along. Like,
Oh, I just saw it. As soon as I opened up fucking Twitter. God damn it.
I said this on Ahmed's watch along. Barring,
Like, bro, he's little boying him, and our manager is shaking his hand. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Prime?
Oh wait,
well,
I should actually.
I thought Marshall was gonna bring something up.
I will. I just realized it's an actual Premier League broadcast, so I have to like do it.
Yeah, no, that's what I couldn't show. You have to try and mute basically. Yeah.
Not even. I just gotta do it. The way I do highlights, I gotta do it. This is the one we talk about, right?
Yeah.
I said it before.
That's it. Yeah.
You gotta try harder.
Imagine you said that to Tuchel, even Conte though.
But we don't know what Maresca said back to him.
He shook his hand.
I don't care. I don't care what he said back to him. Why are you shaking his hand?
You should be bitch slapping him, bro.
It's not even.
Someone play the League Gunner clip. What are you laughing at?
What are you laughing at? Yeah.
Oh man.
Bro, hey, listen, Lampard's probably the worst Chelsea manager I've seen. Lampard would have done something, bro.
Lampard did something to Klopp, bro. That's the one thing I respect about Lamps.
What? If we're losing and we
only one league title, yeah.
At least I want the manager doing something now. Do something. Punch him or something, bro. Or push him away. Do something. At least show that you're not a bitch. Because
how well does Enzo Maresca understands English as well? Does he understand well?
Oh, don't do that, man. Don't do that, bro.
Man, hold on. Listen, man. As somebody who routinely uses the English as a second language, bro.
Can we stop this? Can we stop this? He doesn't understand English gimmick. People did this last year, Watch. Stop this gimmick.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I thought Poch didn't actually understand.
He coached at Manchester City and Leicester.
I expected better from you, Chris.
Your language is not that difficult to understand, okay? You're not special, okay? You're not special, okay? Stop this.
Damn.
Let's get these quotes up. Let me do that real quick. Because there's a few here I definitely want to bring up. All right. Oops. Fuck that up. Let's try it again. All right. First one here is Enzo Maresca saying it's a huge difference if you think 3 players were not there for us. 2 of them have been out for a long time. Today, we are the 2nd and 3rd best attacking team in the league. Enzo Maresca, we are doing well with some players, but we could do better without the injured players. We continue on, which she's not wrong about that. They, the team could be performing better. Reece is doing well in midfield. So are Enzo and Moises. We have Nani Madueke and Nico and Cole Palmer out. They have scored the most goals. Cole Palmer, which is something we probably need to talk about. He needs a scan. The scan is planned for Monday, tomorrow. I hope so. He will be back after international break, but we will have to see. It's a muscle problem, muscle injury. And then when asked about if they showed that they can play without Cole Palmer, this one's rough. No, to be honest, I didn't have this feeling because probably if Nani was there or Nico was there, then probably the game is different. It's not just about one player. Okay, I see now. When I say we cannot rely on Cole, it's correct to say because you cannot rely on only one player. It's about the team, and don't give too much pressure on Cole. Scott, I'll go with you, man. What do you think about these quotes?
They're fucking embarrassing, and it's equivalent to what Poch was saying last season. Like, it's a genuine disgrace.
RSM?
I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say, bro. Like, this shit is just I don't know. Like, do you think we're stupid or something? Like, I think I've seen enough from this season to like know that like there are moments when I see you coaching, there are moments when I'm not. I know when he's speaking the truth. I know when he's bullshitting. He's bullshitting us this time. I don't know what to say, man. Like he's just treating us like we're fucking stupid.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is it's just being political talk, whatever. He's just telling people what they need to hear.
Sorry, can I address something that Ahmed? I'm sorry, I'm firing. It's not me firing shots at you, but you guys during your stream today. I remember because you guys were listening to what the manager was saying, and then Joey does this whole hypothetical bullshit, and then you guys got triggered saying this manager basically didn't let Palmer play.
That was Joey's take. Yes, I know you're talking about. Yes, I know you're talking about. Yes.
I'm sorry, and then you guys all freaked out because Joe was doing he can do his hypothetical bullshit, which is fine. Sometimes it works for transfers. Don't do it until everything is out, and then we find out 30 minutes during that same stream that he needed scans.
Wait, what's
that? He needs a scan. That's the thing. We're doing the same shit again where we're gaslighting each other, man. Just wait 30, just get all the information at the end of the day, then bitch. Bitch after you get all the information. What Joey was doing was, okay, so these RSM and Joey were trying to relay what the manager was saying on Peacock or whatever, right? What the manager was saying to Cole Palmer. And so RSM was like,
folks, smash that
relaying, and Joey's, and then Joey
I didn't even speak on the Cole Palmer thing because I just didn't think it was relevant. So we got more information. Exactly. It was Joey who said it. I didn't say shit about Palmer.
Exactly, no, because Joey RSM was like, he didn't hear much about Palmer besides like, he didn't play today because he has a knock. And then Joey says, did you hear something from that interview? I got a tidbit saying that basically Maresca dropped him. That's what he said. He says, I got a tidbit. Then he did this hypothetical bullshit about how Palmer wasn't playing today because Maresca wanted to drop him so he doesn't play international. And then we find out 30 minutes later that he actually needs scans. It could be something more serious. And I'm like, can we stop doing this gaslighting until after we get all the information as a fan base, please?
I mean, I kind of related to that. In hindsight, and I did say this yesterday 3 days ago, a few days ago when we reviewed the game against Copenhagen, I really didn't see the reason on bringing on Cole Palmer.
I agree with that.
I really wish like they just didn't play him at all. Like this idea that
Marshall.
What happened?
Do you know why we needed to bring him on?
We were winning when he got brought on though.
No, we weren't.
We
0 shots on target. We had 0 shots on target at the time.
You're right.
We had 0 shots. We brought him on because we were playing like shit.
Yeah, Marshall, we brought him on at halftime. It was 0-0, and then we scored
we were playing like
in the 8th minute or whatever.
He wasn't the difference maker at the end of the day, and he wasn't the difference maker.
I'm not saying he was. Like he made us a bit better, but
Marshall, he wasn't a difference maker. But remember, we brought him on at halftime when it was 0-0. And we scored within the first 5-10 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, and then he had bunch of one-on-ones that he fucked up too. He had chances, clear chances. He could have scored 1 or 2. So he was a different maker in terms of occupying space.
But I say this is the thing, is like we ended up needing to bring him on because of how badly we played it. But don't worry, guys, it doesn't matter because it was Copenhagen. You just needed to win.
The problem is, guys. I want to actually help you out here, Marshall, a little bit. The problem is, bro, whether you played or not, bro, would have made a difference in this fixture, because I still think the form he was in and everything like that. I don't think there'll be that much of a game changer. I'm so honest.
Cool. Then there's another issue with this though, and I brought it up earlier, is the fact that Maresca this season has, and it was happened with Poch last season, but at least with Poch you could say that there wasn't as much options. I hate to defend Poch in that manner, but it wasn't many options. We are running this kid
Daddy Poch.
Yo,
like, we are running this kid into the ground. If we keep going how we're going, his body will give up on him by the time he's 30. It will give up on him.
He doesn't have more options than Poch. We just let
part of the problem. Yeah. And
the 10.
In a way, CPA, I agree with you. Like, I think the problem with Palmer was, listen, we had Felix at the time, and then none of us here thought Felix was good enough when he played. None of us thought Nkunku was good enough when he played, right? We didn't lose them, right? Right, and then we lose, and then yes, we lose Felix, who's still doing jack shit at AC Milan, right? Right. So the problem becomes, right, again, it comes back to a recruitment problem, right? Where are we recruiting the right bodies, to actually help us, right? If that makes sense, Marshall. We're not recruiting the right bodies for these situations, and I just think the other problem we've got right now also is that this is something that led to the injury with what was it called this. My apologies. I had to throw.
Oh my god!
I didn't break anything, my god.
Hey, I was making his ways, man. I hear it.
No. It was eggs. I had any eggs. I was giving it to someone. That's why. My apologies. So, but like as I was saying, legit, like a big problem with Maresca is that he's doing the inverse of Poch, right? Poch was killing us, on common ground, right, and not on the pitch. He's killing the players on the pitch, and not on Corbin Brown. You know, particularly the ones that he believes in, right? Sarka Jackson, right? Jackson was getting played 90 minutes in week in, week out, which was fair because he's only playing one game a week at a time, correct? But then the problem became he was out of form. And when a player is out of form, they try harder. They try to do more and more things, right? And then what then happened was, that led to his injury, essentially, right?
Yeah, and the backup got injured the same game. That's the problem too.
Yeah.
Two things with that though. Like, first, with the Palmer thing. For me, we were winning the Copenhagen game on aggregate. So for me, considering it was still 0-0
by one goal.
By one. Yeah, I understand by one. But like, they didn't do too much in that first half to convince me they were going to score. There was an Achimpong block, fair enough. But other than that, I think we could have gotten away with a 0-0 and gone at the end of that game with a victory. Hold on, Prime, before you say anything. All right?
No, I'm agreeing.
The second, okay, which is why I'm thinking like I don't think there's really a point in bringing on Cole Palmer because if anything, you just need to be able to keep this result up until the end and then you advance. With what Ahmed was saying, I mean, do you put that on Maresca though? Because like for me, I think Maresca is partially to blame with Jackson, for example, right? With the whole Jackson situation, maybe you bring on Guiu for a few minutes more often than you were doing when you had Jackson available. But with Cole, as far as I'm aware, I don't. First of all, he never wanted Felix, right? Is he a better option than Nkunku in the 10? He would have been. I'll be honest with you. I think Felix, it's still shit, but like at least Felix gave me something. I think Felix would have been a better option in left wing right now. Felix would have probably been a better option in the 10 position. Maybe I'm just rewriting history and it would have just been the same bullshit, right? But in terms of that, like, I don't know if Maresca had much of a say in it, to be honest.
Okay, but then again, Marshall, we come back to the same issue that all of us here have had. The brother signed the contract. He knew what he was getting himself into, right? He knew on the contract thing, they told him, some players, bro, you're going to have to accept them. This is a collaborative process. He knows that, bro. And so at the end of the day, he has to deal with the tools that he has.
I mean, I do... Go ahead.
Right, because we used to kill Poch for that, by the way. We used to be like, Poch accepted the contract. He accepted the terms and conditions. No, so therefore, he has to live with that.
And I'd be a hypocrite if I said like, no, Maresca's got excuses because I literally said earlier in the season, like, Pep, I know you don't got Rodri, you got to make something happen, right? Like, I know it's Pep and it's Maresca, it's completely different caliber of manager, but like at the same time, like, it's I don't see the solution, and when I don't see the solution is when I start thinking like, I don't know how you figured this out. This is how you get paid the big bucks, but like in Maresca's situation with the striker stuff and the 10, I just genuinely don't see how he fixes that, but that's what he gets paid the big bucks to do, right? He has to find a solution.
Marshall.
Go ahead, Prime. Yeah.
I agree with you that I about Palmer coming on against Copenhagen, we were still like it was 2-1 on aggregate, even though it was 0-0 in the game, whatever. I agree. However, the fact that it was 0-0 at halftime, we needed at least one goal. What the hell's going on? We needed at least one goal as an insurance policy. So it's weird that we bring him on and then we end up scoring 5 or 10 minutes after things cook around. So like that then makes the Palmer substitution kind of pointless. Because if we had scored just before halftime, Palmer doesn't come on. So that's why.
Shout out to Viagra Nation. If you know, you know.
Also, this little injury Palmer has or whatever, I don't know if it's necessarily real or not. However, I will say this is a good thing for him. Because I don't want him going away to international duty. I said this about Jackson as well. It's good that they're having a rest. His injury is a bit of a blessing in disguise. Take that time out you need. Hopefully, Palmer will be back after an international break, and then with Jackson coming back as well, like they can help us get top 4.
Am I the only one that thinks that Jackson and Nani, when they come back from their injuries, are actually going to help us, and it's not going to just be a continuation of their form before?
No.
The problem is yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. Will we improve in terms of like the way we're playing? Yes, right. We will improve. Yes, but the problem I think is that we don't have any idea as to whether or not they're gonna bring some level of good form with them, right? That's the problem we've got right now, Marshall. Right? So we don't. That's the thing that we don't know about. If that makes sense.
Because for me, my mindset, my approach or my logic, I would say that, as to why I think it'll be better when they come back, and they themselves will be better when they come back, is because as a result of the injury, much like what Prime said, kind of a blessing in disguise, is kind of the same approach that Maresca had with Sanchez, although it's Sanchez, right? It's a little bit of time away from the limelight, a little bit of time away from what's going on the pitch, maybe helps them mentally recalibrate and get the fuck out of the pressure that they were putting on themselves, and which was, we know with Jackson was a mental thing. It was a mental thing 100%. Like, dude was just overdoing it, wasn't scoring. He was forcing himself to score in situation or shoot when situations where he knew he wasn't going to score, so on and so forth. Like, I do think having some time away from the limelight will do him some justice. Unfortunately, we didn't have a striker that could come in and take that, spotlight away from him. He gets injured, spotlight's taken away from him. I do think he comes back improved. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if in his comeback he scores. And that might be deluding me to say.
Palmer, by the way, as well. I remember saying early on with Jackson,
which is why I wanted him to stay bench in Copenhagen. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, which is why I said early with Jackson, right? I think I said after the Spurs game, this guy's just burnt out now. Like, he needs to be dropped. I said it with Palmer early, that he needs to be dropped because we have no one else. They both had to keep playing through this bad form, and it's kind of even though we see how we've been since Jackson got injured, it's a good thing for him. He did get injured because, like, I don't even want to think about how bad he would still be right now if he was fit playing for us. Like, he wouldn't be making much of a difference playing in that bad form. The same way Palmer's not making a difference playing in this bad form. So we'll see. Hopefully that'll be good. Madueke as well should also be good as well because Madueke is that sort of player
was bad when he was in the team.
No, he's not. Like, but my point is, like, he will have an effect on the team. Madueke is that sort of player that, like, when he has a point to prove, he will score and start performing. So
I don't know, man. I just
right. Well,
I feel
having our goal threats back, Ahmed, it makes a difference. We don't have any.
Listen, no, I'm not saying that our performances won't improve. I just don't know if we're gonna be able to again score on average 2 goals per game, bro. Yeah, to make sure that we can win those games, bro. That's my problem right now.
Yeah, I think we will. We will.
But don't you guys also think, like, okay, I hate to be, optimistic Nancy here, but, like, don't you guys think that since Fofana has come back, like, defensively, we've actually improved pretty drastically?
No,
not right now. Probably.
Wait, what did you say?
Also,
I think defensively we've improved pretty drastically. We've only conceded 2 goals in the last 5 games.
Wait, but in terms of
when did Fofana come back?
Fofana came back. I think Fofana was back by Southampton, but he was on the bench. He performed.
Cool.
He actually played. Yeah.
So he's played what? 2 games?
He's been 3 games.
Or 3 games.
Yeah.
Wait, Marshall, what is the point you made?
I think since Fofana's come back, like defensively, we've been a lot better.
Oh, I thought you said since Sanchez. No.
He's played 2 games. What are we doing?
Yeah.
The games he's played is what? Leicester and
Today.
Arsenal. I mean, I guess you can say we've been better, but like we've not played any good at quality opposition. Arsenal are not good in attack, and Leicester are ass. Nothing good job.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, the reason why I also can't agree with you is because we still have Sanchez playing. The defense still, even though it's better because Fofana is a better player, our defense will look shaky because Sanchez is there.
And like today, for example, like even I thought for me, Fofana was our best defender, best centre back. Like, I'm gonna be honest. If we play defensively like how we did today against like a Forest or a Newcastle or a Liverpool, we're holding 3 or 4
at least.
Like the only reason why we didn't concede more today is because that Arsenal attack is shit. Like Trossard had a couple of chances to do better with. Martinelli had a couple of chances where he beats a guy on the dribble, gets to that point where he has to put the final ball in and fucks it up. Like when we're playing better like attackers with this defense, we're losing by more goals.
Dude, there was literally times that Sanchez carried the ball in the box to Arsenal player and they literally just banged it off target. How?
This is why for me, by the way, I just don't know. I just don't know, man. You know, I feel like, bro, we don't know if these guys are gonna come back from the form's gonna continue that they had last time. I don't know if they're gonna be back to working condition. There's right now there's just too many unknowns. And then if you look at the teams we're facing right now, right, and the level of, you could maybe say, form they're in. After this, you've got Spurs. Spurs will probably beat. Let's not get it twisted. Like that should be fine, right? But although they could pose a little bit of a threat attacking wise of the guys you've got there, but we should still be able to do a job against them, right? Let's not get it twisted. You've got Brentford away. We haven't won there since Chilwell scored a good goal against there for us. Shout out to Chilwell. People don't seem to forget that. We've got Fulham as well in that fixture list, and Everton. Everton, who's kind of come back to form now with Sean Dyche, and a Fulham side that we just lost to via superior management. And then you know what the last 5 games are.
Yeah.
Like I think we literally, what did we predict, guys? Do you remember on my channel? It was like 15 minutes, right?
I said anywhere from 8 to 10 points, and that difference is purely what you think of the Everton game. Like I think at the moment it will be a draw, which would be 8, but if we win, it will be 10.
God
like, that's
damn!
Legit. Out, like, bro, I think our wins are coming against Tottenham.
Wait, what are you saying is 8 to 10 points?
Like how many points we get from now
from here to the end of the season?
8 to 10 points.
Yeah, you have no hope at all. God damn,
bro. We're not Marshall. We're not winning our last 4 games at all. We're getting 1 point. I think we're getting 1 point out of our last 4 games. I don't think we beat Brentford, and I'm 50-50 about Everton. And we're not beating Fulham, I don't think, currently.
I'm more optimistic than you are. I said on Chelsea Howard that I think we're going to end the season on 72 points.
You said what?
Wait, hold up. Can you tell me what results you think is going to support? I just need to know what results. Okay, read the results.
I got you.
Wait, before he says what, let's hear the games.
Wow.
Wait, hang on.
Don't kill him yet.
Bro, just let him read the games and then we can discuss after the results that we think are contentious.
How many points?
Bro, let him read the results and then we can talk about
72 points I end the season on. And I'll tell you how
72 British pound sterling, man. You heard it here first.
I tell you how I get there. I might be off by 1 game or 2, but I'll read you right now. So I predicted a draw against Arsenal, so I got that wrong. Spurs, I think we beat. I don't know if someone's taking tally, but Spurs, I think we beat.
So that's 3, yeah.
Okay. Brentford, I think we get a cheeky 1-0.
All right, that's 6 points.
Lucky 1-0.
So 6 points right now.
Ipswich, run it back, baby. I think we get the win there.
So 9 points.
And we're at home, by the way, for that one. So
okay, that's
we've
fine.
been pretty good at home.
9.
Fulham, I think we can make the comeback on that one. I think we can beat Fulham.
So that's 12 points right now. So you're currently on 61.
Everton is at home as well. I do think we can beat Everton.
64.
Liverpool's an L.
All right, 64.
Newcastle, I think Newcastle, I think we can win. I'm sorry.
67.
They've just been so up and down. They've been up and down. I don't think it'll be convincing. I don't think it'll be like Brentford. I think it'll be a cheeky one too.
67.
With United, I think we can win. It's at home as well.
70 points.
Okay, I've got so many question marks, but finish this up and I'll pick holes in this.
Then you got 2 more games. Forest is left.
So I'm wrong, right? Because if I had gotten that draw with Arsenal, that would have been 1 point. And then Nottingham Forest are predicted to draw as well, so they wouldn't 72 on that. So that's how I got 72.
Marshall, when did you do this?
I did this Wednesday.
This is insane. That's insane to me, by the way.
No, before you go, Scott, Marshall, were you of? Did you have breakfast that morning when you did it?
I'm just not as negative as you guys are.
Okay.
Like, I know the performances have been great, but we've been getting results.
Okay, let me pick holes in what you just said, Marshall. Cool.
Go for it.
We lost to Fulham at home with the players that you said we were missing, by the way.
Yeah.
At home, we lost to them. You think we're keeping a 1-0 clean sheet against Brentford? You're off your head, like with this defense and goalkeeper, respectfully. We've beaten Man United twice in 15 league games.
Yeah, we can beat them. They're shit, dude. They're 15th.
They were shit earlier in the season, and we drew them.
They were shit, and they still drew against Arsenal.
No, but they're worse. They were worse now than they were when we placed them.
We say this every year, by the way. Man United is shit. The worst Man United side we've ever seen.
And they, exactly,
but now they're really shit. This is literally is the worst Man United side.
We literally said.
By the way, Marshall, we're saying this. They beat Leicester City 3-0, bro.
Marshall,
like
also,
the issue is they're slowly finding somewhat of a footing under Amram. That's an issue for us with the form that we're in.
Marshall,
also,
let me
turn up in big games.
Because I don't think I was clear enough. We have beaten this team twice in 15 league games. That's been under multiple managers. That's been under multiple teams where they've been
Champions
shit,
League winning manager, by the way.
bad. Multiple Chelsea managers where we've been good. They've been shit. We haven't. We beat them twice. Once was last season. If it hadn't been for last season, it would have been once in 13.
God. Oh.
Cool. I still am taking into current form that United are one of the worst sides in the seed.
Just cream pies, man.
If I'm gonna say confidently we can beat Tottenham, I should be able to say confident we can beat United because they're in the same position.
It's not the same.
One's in 13th and the other one's in 14th.
No, because it's not the same. Because it's not the same. Because we always beat Tottenham. Again, when we play Tottenham, form does not matter ever.
But I'm talking about current form right now.
No,
with United at home, with the way we've been doing at home.
Marshall, when we play Tottenham, form literally doesn't matter. It quite literally doesn't matter.
Okay, but even then, if we're talking about
it's not
United, a much weaker United side than earlier in the season because now they have even less players, right? I do really think we can actually get a win this time. And this is me also believing that when our players do come back, they're actually going to perform. And that's Nani, Jackson, and even to consideration Cole Palmer.
I think you're blue tinted spectacles on. I think you're way overestimating what we can do as a team. I think you're overestimating what these guys that are coming back are going to bring back to the team. Like these guys weren't performing or not even performing. It's not the performances. It's the production. Cole Palmer hasn't scored a goal in 7 games.
This is the problem. I feel like right now we've got too many. There's too many unknowns, bro. We have to actually. Yeah, sorry, bro.
Rephrase that. My apologies because I was wrong. He hasn't had a goal contribution in 6 games that he's played in the league.
In Fulham's case, they lost to Brighton. They lost to Crystal Palace. They got to win against Wolves. They got to win against Nottingham Forest. The thing is the league has been so inconsistent, up and down. It's a coin toss for me. It really could go in our favor. And I would like to believe that we're a team good enough that at our best, we don't necessarily have to rely on a coin toss to win the game.
What was the last away game we won?
But okay, what was the last away game we won? I actually don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'll look it up right now. Hold on.
I'm on mute. Sorry. So before you go, Scott. Yeah, I also want to add. Yeah, our home form right now is very much skewed because of the last two opponents we faced as well.
No, Ahmed, forget the home form. I'm talking about away form because this man's we're going to beat Brentford. We're going to beat Fulham.
Brentford's away. He's not even at home, by the way. We already played them at home.
Ahmed, that's what I'm talking about. Forget the home form for a second. Put that aside. Away form. We haven't had an away win since the start of December.
That's crazy.
I lost away.
Like I said, we're gonna have Jackson and Nani back. I really do think they can do something.
Marshall, let me say that again. Our last away win was Tottenham, Southampton. Prior to that, when we had these players fit.
Wait, Scott, what was
earlier in the season? Our away form was a lot better than our home form. It's flip-flop.
Before Southampton, what was our last away win?
Before the Southampton one?
Yeah.
Leicester.
And before that, do you know?
West Ham at the start, the end of September.
Oh damn! Okay.
We've won 6. Yeah, we've won 6 in the league. We've won 6 away games all season. Those have been against Wolves, Bournemouth, West Ham, Tottenham, Southampton, and Leicester. Four of those teams. No, hang on. Yeah, 3 of those teams I would expect to beat. Actually, 4 of those teams I would expect to beat.
The remaining teams we're playing, they're all in the top 10, right?
Kind of, sort of.
Are United and Spurs?
Brentford is in 11th.
Okay.
Fulham is in 8th. United's in 13th. Everton's in 15th. Ipswich is 18th. So only one team is in the top 10, and it's Fulham.
We play Newcastle.
Well, okay. I thought you meant
we got smacked 4-1. If you remember.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question to Xtal in the chat? The fuck am I meant to be like positive about, brother?
You know, there's another problem here that I don't think people are realizing as well, right? Yeah, which is that,
dickhead.
Which is also there's another issue that we've also got, which is like, is the manager willing to change tweak or change some of his tactics to maybe allow us to get a win in some of these situations, right? And we know that Maresca already is a known quantity, a guy that likes to, you know, what's it called, like his way or the highway. Is that going to happen? Genuinely speaking,
I don't think so.
This is the thing. I don't know, because we desperately need an international break.
True.
I think to an extent, and this is where like, well, actually, I can't even say I sympathize with Poch with this one. To an extent, like, I understand where I think Graham Potter mentioned this, or someone had mentioned this prior. I think it was actually Tuchel, where like when the games were coming so thick and fast, to an extent, they didn't even really have much time on training and changing things up. And you could even make the argument in recent games, Maresca has tried to change the tactic, which is why we've seen more of this possession, boring football, where we just have not been creating any chances. Changing the tactic because we don't have a striker right now. When things fall back into place, who knows what's going to happen when Maresca comes back from international break. We're not going to play football again until April. So I am curious to see what happens in that time. That time away, the mentality break, players recovering from injuries. What's Maresca going to plan and plot and train and do while players are away?
Do you genuinely believe that the tactics have changed?
I do think to an extent.
The thing is,
it must have. It must have. You can't. You'd be absolutely retarded to do the same exact tactics you were doing with a striker in the beginning of the season and persist with that with a Pedro Neto as your striker. You must have changed the tactic in some way.
No, I'll be honest, it's exactly the same. I think the only difference is like you see in games, there are some times where like whoever is the striker alternates or like one of the wingers. Like there'll be times when like it's Sancho at the striker or it's Nkunku or it's Neto. Like that's the only change. Outside of that, it's still the same. Like he's played the same way the entire, like, I think outside of one game, like he changed it for one game, which I think was Brentford game. Outside of that, he's played the same system, the same formation, the same way, outside of changing personnel around the whole system. Because that's the type of manager he is. He hasn't changed anything. Hey, Sanchez was playing hoofball. playing long balls up to the what's it called? To Neto, who's trying to jump with Saliba and Gabriel. Oh wait, RSM, I forgot to say, we were talking about the Sanchez long pass accuracy on Ahmed's stream before. 33% is what he ended on.
Oh my god, bro.
So not too bad.
How?
Yeah, not quite the 25% you thought, but 33% is what he ended on. That's what I'm saying. Like we're playing the same way. We're gonna play the same way when these guys get back. But that's why for me, like the performances are gonna get better and these guys come back 100% because seeing Madueke on the wing is better than anything I'll ever see from Nkunku ever in my whole life. Seeing Jackson up front is gonna be better.
True.
It's like seeing Jackson up front is going to be so much better than what we're seeing at the moment. Hopefully, being able to see James.
You're good now.
Hopefully, being able to see James at right back, the midfield will be good. But it's like I don't think these guys are going to change the results because ultimately the quality, while the performances might get better because they're more suited to the system, the quality is not there for them to be real game changers and change things around for us. Like we had Jackson and not Madueke. We had Jackson and Palmer starting when we drew 1-1 to Palace. We had Jackson and Madueke starting when we lost 2-1 to Fulham.
We used to do streams. We used to do streams where we used to say, "Fucking Madueke, you're making a fucking pass. Stop shooting, Madueke. You're greedy." We used to say that about Jackson. No, sorry, Madueke all the time. Jackson was like, "What? We used to cook Jackson on week in, week out basis, bro. Fucking hell, what happened to his touch?"
We need to understand who we're banking on. Palmer coming back to form. Okay, that's one you can potentially bank on if he has a bit of time out. We're banking on a streaky striker getting back into form. Like who knows when he hits, and we're banking on arguably the most frustrating player in our attacking line getting back into form. This is what we're relying on to turn our season around.
We are now going on this full negativity train, and I'm not trying to sound like Mr. Sunshine. But first, when he said we didn't try anything, when we wanted Reece James to be in the right back, when we said, we want Palmer in this 10 right space, he tried it. I think this was against Southampton. We tried all these things, right? Or Leicester, where every one of what people were bitching and whining about, I play 3 at the back. I want this guy in this position. I want Palmer in this position in the right half space and Nkunku in this position. We did, right? But people still bitched and complained, and that was different than what he did now, right? Second of all, you are saying that, agreed, but then I can give you points from last year, right? Everton away, we are shit. Everton at home, we fucking bopped them. And we were saying Nicholas Jackson, when he came back from his rest or his AFCON rest, because he barely played in AFCON, he performed way better. And that's what we said he might have needed. So he's gotten that. We're playing Everton away at home again, and they're a shit side, and we bopped them 4-0. Away at Everton, we're never good. We know that since fucking 2005 it was last time we won or some shit. But Everton away, we bopped them. Man United, once again at home, we can bop them. They're still a shit side. Okay, Tottenham, we win every time we go there. No matter how shit we are from being 12th, we'll bop them.
CP, I agree with you about Tottenham. I also kind of agree with you about Everton. That's why I say I can be convinced about a win with Everton, which will be 10 points. We're not beating United. We're not beating Liverpool.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. They're fucking 14th. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I know historically we usually have this conversation about them, but usually top 8 and they're like, they're really bad this season.
2 in 15 in the league. 2 in 15 is the wins we've had against them.
Yes, and we were there during those seasons. No. They were second and fourth in Champions League positions.
And we were a lot better. Hang on. This is under Tuchel, by the way. These wins occurred. Some of these performances occurred in. This was under Tuchel.
No, you're saying 2 and 15. So one of them was last season when they were 8th. One was them was you said we were 2 and 15. So one of them was Tuchel, and the other one was last season with Poch.
Yeah, last season we won.
When we were 10th and
climbing so we were 1 and 13 before that. 8th fantastic.
And higher than us.
Cool. We say this.
No, you can't say we're not going to win against United. Now we're doing too much.
We said this earlier on in the season when we were in form and they were not.
And where was But where was
and
this?
We drew.
Scott, at United, where we've had a shit record, just like with Everton.
We have a shit record at home against United as well.
House, we beat them.
We have a shit record at home against United as well. 2 wins in 15.
Yes, but once again, where they they were fucking 4th, 5th, and 6th, and whatever, not 15th. Last season, when we were 10th and they were 8th, what was that? They were shit. They're shittier now. What are you talking about?
They are much shittier now. But here's the thing.
Oh,
I'll say this. Scott, I'll say this.
Off your head.
I'll say this in terms of like my expectations,
when
right?
they have Rasmus Højlund, who scored one goal now in 20 games.
It doesn't matter. They had Højlund earlier in the season, and we still fucking drew to them.
But here's the same,
and that was once again at Trafford, where we have a shit record, but we beat them at home.
Matter.
Yes, it does matter.
No, it
matters because they're freaking 15th with the shit squad. They just lost Heaven, their center back. Fucking, they're now on even shittier center back now.
They lost their 18-year-old.
Yes, he got injured. He got stretchered off. I was watching with Wallace.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
He got stretchered off.
That's really bad.
Ahmad isn't even there. Ahmad was there when we drew with them.
When we draw to them, when we draw to them, I'm coming back to this, by the way. When we draw to them.
If we win, I'm also coming back to this. Cool story, bro. We're going to do this tit for tat bullshit like
Arsenal,
we're 5-year-old
remember,
children.
Arsenal. But here's the thing. Like, this is how much on business I stand with this, Scott. Very much like Conference League. If we don't win Conference League, I'm very much going to be contemplating Maresca out. If we don't beat this Manchester United side, I know this is something that's been said over and over and over again, but considering like historically, there's literally no excuse now. This is a worse United side than what we faced earlier in the season, home or away. If we don't beat United, I'm saying right now, if we don't beat United at home, this really shit United side, I am contemplating my scout.
I just say, Chelsea fans, why do Chelsea fans do this every single season? Every single season, it's the worst Man United we've ever seen, or we're gonna batter them at Old Trafford.
No, but this is literally statistically, historically, the worst United side.
No, but why do we also gotta do this where we're shit against Everton, but we've always been shit against them away?
We're losing recipes.
I'm not done speaking. We said this last season.
No, but you do this every other stream. I remember freaking Mud Brothers. Let me speak. You the entire fucking time. So I'm gonna fucking speak now. Let me speak. So I'm gonna speak. So my thing is, Everton are shit. We beat them all the time. Okay, Man United. We beat them two times. Last time was when they were 8th. What are they now? 15th. They lost their other center back. They did not deserve to beat them last season. Didn't deserve to beat them last season. That game really could have went out of their way. Now we're doing this deserve bullshit. We didn't deserve to win the Champions League. I fucking won the game. I don't give a fuck. Real Madrid didn't deserve to go through against Atletico Madrid, but they did. I don't give a fuck.
Are we comparing?
What are we doing with this deserve bullshit? You either win or you don't. I don't care about this deserve nonsense. We deserve to lose. We deserve to win, guys, but we lost. I just care about winning. I care about the W. I don't care about who deserves it.
We're not beating Man United. Not being Man United.
Can I just step in here a little bit?
I think though I will say we'll probably get a draw. I think we'll probably get a draw. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we need to, if you don't mind.
I'm trying to say.
Sorry, Prime.
Chelsea fans always do this. This is the worst Man United side. People love to gas up how bad Man United are, and then when you end up playing them in the big game, you don't end up beating them. Like, why do we keep doing this to ourselves?
There's no excuse for this one.
We're not going to beat Man United.
We need to beat United in this. We need to.
Of course we need to, but we needed to beat them last season.
No, but they were better side last season than this season. They are actually a worse side. And last season we did beat them at home.
But away people were saying that we're going to beat them. You're right. They're better last season than they were this season. But last season, people also said this is the worst Man United side I've seen. People said this last season.
Yes, but also the same side, because we said we're always going to beat them. Fair enough. It's freaking at their place that we're also the shittiest. We haven't beat them since even league-winning sides. We haven't beat them.
Our form at home is not the best either.
Yeah, our form at home. I can read you our form at home, by the way. Our form at home, draw. Draw.
During the past time was also shit before we hit Everton.
Can I speak just quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
You know, listen, let's not get it twisted. Yes, we beat them last season for the first time at home, which is obviously going to be a good thing for us. But I think we also need to look at currently, like, even with their worst side, they were able to get a good draw against Arsenal, right? I think right now also there's a few too many unknowns before we can start saying we're gonna beat them. Not gonna. Should we beat them? Yes, right. Realistically, we should be beating them. I get what you mean, but in our current modicum of what we are right now, I'm a little bit unsure right now. I need to see a bit more from our team.
Ahmed,
First.
That's
I'm gonna just sit here and say this with
You
chest,
think
bro.
unsure is fine because there's a chance of 50-50. But when Scott is saying we're not beating them with a definitive statement, that's different. You saying a 50-50 thing is fine. When Scott is doing definitive statements, that's where I have the issue of not beating United.
Wait, but CP, you're also being definitive and saying that we will beat them.
Yes, I think we have a better chance of beating them. That's what I'm saying. So, but I'm not saying a definitive statement. I'm saying we have a better chance of beating them because they're even shittier than last season.
I'll say this. I'll say this and call me.
Fine, I'll say this. We have a better chance of not beating them. I'll say that then. Are you happy with that?
Okay, I'll say this. Listen, sure. I'm gonna say this. I don't care how fucking deluded I sound. This is where I stand on it, and I really truly believe it. If we had all our players fit, despite the shit form we're in right now, I don't think we lose to Arsenal. I don't think we lose to Arsenal. I don't give a fuck. Look at me however you want. I don't think we lose to Arsenal.
Low key. I think it's a draw. Low key. I think it's a draw.
Low key. But I would have to add the caveat that they're in not bad, not amazing form, not bad form, but they're themselves average. But
if Lavia could have played a full game today, I think we would have stood a much better chance. And if we had Jackson.
As in, like, I think if you say the caveat that they're playing as their regular selves, they're not playing amazing, they're not playing wrong, but they just play the average that they play at. I will say,
even in this shit form is what I'm trying to say too, just to keep it even. Like even in this shit form, I don't think we lose. I don't think we lose. I don't think we win, but I don't think we lose either.
Marshall, like for me watching this game, because Arsenal, I don't think they really did anything. It was just based off our own mistakes. But
just like I don't think United are going to do shit to us.
Yes, but can people factor in Sanchez gives away a goal guaranteed, maybe even two? So if I watch United,
but with United they have Onana, which is close to that shit in terms of save percentages as Sanchez.
I know that's awesome, but I wasn't finished speaking. With the likes of Bruno, who will capitalize on something in that team, because as much as people say Bruno is bad, which I agree,
not if we lock him up, which I'm sure Maresca is going to do.
I'll be a lot more confident in these games towards the end of the season once I see like Madueke, Palmer, and Jackson firing. Because those are our only 3 goal scorers now.
I'm glad you brought up Sanchez, by the way. We want to talk about how bad Haaland is, and he's terrible and the worst striker in the league. Our goalkeeper is the same one who tripped in to give them a penalty, by the way, in the last game we played.
Yes, I understand that. There is a Sanchez tax.
So with Sanchez in goal, we're starting a goal now.
But possibly.
Same with Onana. He freaking considered
Onana's not the same with Onana.
No,
Onana's better than Sanchez,
bro. No, he's not.
He's
he's not. They're both equally shit. They're both equally shit. We're not.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Sanchez
he's only
is the
better
worst
ball
keeper in
playing.
the league.
No, he's not. When you're conceding 2 Olays in back-to-back games, which I've never seen in my life for a goalkeeper, 2 Olays in 2 different games this fucking man gave.
That's fine.
He's worse than Sanchez.
How many mistakes
did he make?
That's pretty embarrassing.
The only thing Onana's better at is ball playing, because his saving is still dog shit as well. It's still iffy as Sanchez is. What are we doing?
That's what I mean. Like
I don't even think he's defending that. He's saying that United is. I think he's saying you're overestimating how shit United truly are. I think that's
which
what
I get. We do every season, but this season we're talking about United that was in a relegation battle earlier this season.
We lost to Ipswich, who are 18th.
I think
United are meant to be shit. It's the worst United side we've ever seen. Drew with Arsenal, and arguably with a better team. They just beat Leicester, who we struggled to beat 1-0. They beat them 3-0 today, comfortably. Playing an 18-year-old at centre back.
You can't, Scott, come on, let's stop doing this. You can't base results from other teams based on the teams they beat. Because if that was the case, we should have lost multiple games against teams that we actually beat. Based on the teams that they beat that were above us. Like, this league is unpredictable. That's why I said it's a coin toss sometimes. Like, Nottingham Forest, no, let's even do this. Today, yesterday, Man City drew to Brighton. None of us expected that. All of us thought that Man City were going to easily beat Brighton, but we're not talking about that because we're not a Man City channel. It's not a predictable league. It's genuinely not a predictable league. Bournemouth, who were right there with us, win in a little bit of a patchy form, and now they're what, 6th, 7th? I got to look at the table again.
I agree with you, Marshall. It's an unpredictable league, and yet we're guaranteeing that we'll beat Man United. That's fine. Perfect.
Like based off of that logic, Scott, and this is why I don't use that logic anymore. West Ham beat Arsenal. We beat West Ham. We should be able to beat Arsenal. That's just not how it works.
Marshall, can you hear me, right?
I can hear you.
This is an unpredictable league, but yet we're guaranteeing that Chelsea would beat Man United. Awesome.
But that's like, it has to be like, this is like.
No, it doesn't.
And also, I just want to add. Let's add a bit of context here, if you may.
The other thing, and someone made this point earlier, is that when it comes to big games, and I said this with the Tottenham thing, when it comes to big games, a lot of the time form goes out the window. When it comes to big games, like form goes out the window. So you can say, "Oh, they're 15th, they're shit." Like you can say, "Oh, they're 15th,
on that logic, right?" Even with that logic, and I agree with you. Even with that logic, though, you can use the same thing for us. Why does our form have to factor in when we're going up against Brentford, when we're going up against Fulham, Newcastle, so on and so forth?
Bro, what I used was the fact of our record against them when we've been good, they've been good, we've been shit, they've been shit. It doesn't matter who's playing, who the manager is. Like, we were drawing, losing under them when they had Ollie in charge, Ten Hag, when they had Van Nistelrooy for a game, when we had Tuchel in charge, when we had Lampard. When
I remember they had Carrick as interim. Remember they had Carrick as interim.
Yeah, well,
people swore to me we batter them, and they had Carrick as interim.
Marshall, outside of last season,
squads. They had better squads too.
Outside of last season, where we only won because of Palmer. Let's be completely honest here. If it wasn't for Palmer, we're not winning that game.
You're right.
What game are we talking about?
United game? The one where we were winning 2-0 and then we gave away 3 goals because of stupid defense.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, like, we were chilling that game. It was we literally did it to ourselves that game. I'm so sorry. Like,
thank you.
Cool. And if it wasn't for Palmer, we still lose that game. I'm glad we're on the same page here.
So if it wasn't for Diallo, Man United don't beat Man City. So cool story, bro. Thank you. Let's just make
we're doing that.
These
As
players.
I was
That's
saying,
what you're doing. That's what you're saying. If we took Palmer, we don't win this game.
Time we
so let's
beat
just,
United,
if we take out Drogba, we don't win the Champions League. If you take out Ahmad, he doesn't beat Man City. Let's just take out players. Let's just take out random players for 1-0 wins.
Are you finished being stupid?
Question.
No, because you're making stupid points. If you take away Palmer.
Hold on, Scott.
Are you finished being stupid?
Why do you keep comparing this Man United side to us winning Champions Leagues? Why?
No, I give you a mod. I just give you a mod.
As I was saying before I was
this
interrupted,
season. If you
the
take
last
away
time we beat Man United in the league was under Conte in 2017.
At home? Wait, away?
No. The last time we beat Man United in the league, full stop, before last season was Conte.
That was the 16-17 season because we beat them 4-0, right? And then the second time we played them,
last time we've beaten them in the league.
The second time we played them at home, and Herrera pocketed Hazard and we lost, right?
It could be. Listen, I'm going to sound stupid, but it could be the beginning of trajectory going in a different direction.
Potter, Pochettino, and Ten Hag. Not Ten Hag. Maresca. We played them then under 6 different managers and won once.
Yeah.
In like 12 games.
I don't know. It could be blue tinted glasses, like you said. I do genuinely think our players are going to come back in better form. I think this. What the hell? I think this version.
TCPs. One's enough. One's enough, man. One's enough, please.
Hey, Scott. You know what's funny, bro? Yeah, we're gonna have this exact same conversation next year when we play Man United. People are gonna say, "This is the worst Man United side we've seen. They're 20th, the bottom of the table." We're gonna lose.
The thing is, Marshall,
we've never seen United side in 15th place.
Yeah,
Marshall,
never
doesn't
saw
matter.
United less bad last season.
Let me give you another reason why it doesn't matter on the positive side, right? Because like this works like for us as well. It's the same with like Tottenham. I don't care what our form. Like we could have got battered by Arsenal 5-0 today. I'm still saying we're beating Tottenham when we come back after the international break because we always beat Tottenham.
People don't remember them under Tuchel in the 21-22 season. People remember our form going into the Tottenham game.
I was going to say last year.
January. No, not even last year. Remember in January, our form going into the Tottenham game. I think in January, February. Awful.
It was
the Lukaku stuff came out. We weren't scoring goals. We were looking bad, and then we battered Tottenham home and away in the semi-final.
Like, this is what I'm saying. Like Marshall, it's the same thing with like the Everton away record. Like there's certain things, right, where it's like There's just certain bogey teams. There's certain things like it's same with Tottenham. Like we beat Tottenham all the time. Last year, for example, unbeaten in the league, top of the league, in great form under Ange. We play them terrible form. That's like no one's really performing well in our team. We got Chilwell playing left wing. We're doing stupidness. We beat them 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
Given the first option.
And I get what you're saying, right? Like based off of history. I usually like to work that way, but I think for me, the reason with United itself, I am giving a caveat is because where United are right now, I think it's the beginning of where history starts to turn. Time will tell. I could be completely wrong about this, but because this is such a far reach, a far cry from previous United sides we've played, they've weakened. Let's be honest. They've weakened since the United side that we played in December. I just don't see how we don't come out of that with a victory. And if we don't come out of it with a victory, I'm going to have very serious conversations about this manager.
Marshall, do you know where?
Oh, this is please. Okay.
No, before you go on, I'll let you go in a second. I've just looked up. Do you know where they were when we played them in December?
Probably 10th or 8th.
14th. Go ahead, Ahmed.
You know, there's a question that this also needs to be asked here, which I want to really ask if that makes sense, right? This is a Bridge Nation hot take, but we need to ask this question. Boys, the performances obviously have been like this since mid-December. Obviously, earlier, Marshall can debate for certain players, right? Essentially, there's been certain performances that have been declining previously to this, right? Obviously, there's going to be breaks in between, stuff like that, etc., etc. But how likely do you guys genuinely believe, like, with what's going on right now, I just think the probability of things improving is probably high, but I don't know if it's going to be high enough, in my personal opinion, right? The thing we're going to have to unironically rely upon is the league that's being toxic. And like that's what the thing that saved us last season, genuinely, if we're being honest, Marshall, yes, the last 5 games in particular, but the league teams being toxic is what saved us to get us Conference League football. If we technically Europa League, but obviously what happened with United, right?
We're still in 4th place because of the toxicity of City.
No,
right?
That's what I'm saying, right? So, but like the worry I have for myself here, Bridge Nation worrying right now, is that I worry that the form is gonna still meander as it is right now. That's my worry right now, right? And I mean that from a result perspective, not a performance perspective. The performance will improve, but I worry about the results because I just don't know right now, guys, if you've got 2 goals in us per game. Because that's what it's gonna take us on average right now, right? Because like you and I agree, Sanchez is averaging a goal a game, like in the net. Yeah, you also, because me and you have spoken about this multiple times before. Why can't we win just 1-0? Because we know why we can't do that, bro, right? Because yes, we may have that defense, we may have the defense, but we don't have the GK that's gonna allow us to do that. If that makes sense too, bro.
But that's the thing. Like you say that, but like I said, the last 5 games we've only conceded 2 goals, right? Like we've had the scrappy 1-0 victories. But we've shown in the recent games that we can do it. I think for me, right, and very much like how Scott thinks about it, with the exception of United, because I do think this is where like history starts to turn, because this United side is just historically just the worst, and I think there's so much turmoil and issues happening within this United squad that are also bleeding into the pitch. I do feel that based on the history of what happened last season under Poch, this team will find a way to pick up a little bit of form towards the end, because they will start fighting for that spot of 4th place. They will stop fighting for that top 4 European spot. I do truly believe, like with Jackson coming back, who's been out of the limelight since January, I think, Nani, who's been out of it for about a month now, I do think these players will start to, pick up the slack for some of these other players. And you could even include Lavia. I don't think Lavia is an injury-prone player. I think he's had a very unlucky season. I do think he can at least last until the end of the season. He's a big factor too. And you guys probably agree with me when I say that if he did, laugh all you want, whatever. It's whatever. You could probably agree with me that if Lavia started this game, I should say, the result probably turns out a little differently. But regardless, I do feel like all these factors, all these players who are pretty pivotal to early season and just the way we play, I think it could make a big difference. I really do. Cool. You guys agree with me?
I just don't know, Marshall. I feel like right now, bro, there's two. My thing is, yeah, when guys are coming back, bro, they're not coming back in form. They're not coming back with form, right? They don't. You're basically starting again from zero, bro, right now, because you're not gonna come back to a hot streak straight away, right? So and already the team, you know how it's moving right now.
Prior to coming to Chelsea, he never had this many injuries. Just deep that. That's why I don't think he's injury prone. But go ahead. Continue telling me he's injury prone.
The other thing, Eddie Benny, I just think you want to hope that what he's going through is similar to Madueke. I always said this before. Sometimes players, as they grow up, they have muscle injuries a bit more. That's the only thing I can say. But at the end of the day, I just think for me, bro, I worry a lot. I'm very worried right now. I don't know what's gonna happen, and
we'll make top
four. It hates it. 78 points. I genuinely believe, there's even a chance, bro. If you continue these performances, bro, Conference League might not be. We might not make it out of the Conference League.
Oh, stop it, bro.
No. This might be me. Listen, this is me allowing my cynicism to take over me right now. But if we continue these performances, bro, in a one-match final, for example, against a Betis and a Fiorentina, bro, yeah, and we continue the performance that we do right now, are we winning that game?
I was about to say, real talk. This is my thing. The issue is, like, for example, with the Legio one, bro, like, if the home leg isn't convincing, bro, and we go over there for the second leg, and that stadium, like, I don't, these kids, I don't know if they can handle that, man. I'm a maybe some of the South Americans can, right? Because they're used to that type of environment when they go play away to other countries. But I don't know about some of these people, man.
Now, what's funny? But when I was saying this earlier in the season, people were looking at me funny. And I was
Prime, I was talking.
Prime. I don't trust
Prime, you were saying this. Prime, you were saying this when we were literally second, when we were on like an 8-game win streak. Stop. The context obviously has changed. We're not running this. It's like the dude who's been saying it's going to rain in a drought for 60 years, and finally it rains, and you're like, see, I always told you. Bro, come on, man.
Because when I was saying that our forwards don't fire, because I've been talking about our forwards all season, that we don't control games. Our forwards don't fire, we will concede. We play Sanchez in the Conference League, and we fuck up in the first leg. I don't trust us really going away to some country in Eastern Europe. It's going to be difficult. And you just said exactly
Sanchez isn't playing. First of all, Sanchez isn't playing anymore. Sanchez isn't playing anymore.
Sanchez is going to play in the semi-final, bro.
No, he won't.
No, he's not. We have a cup team. You can't. Now we're just making things up in the.
But the thing is, you
trust Maresca? It's fine. Trust Maresca.
I think this came at the wrong time. Like, I think you were saying this like when we were beating teams in the Conference League and when we were playing well, and like
we weren't playing that well in the Conference League for these games. We weren't.
No, but we were winning comfortably, bro. We were beating teams.
I know we were
playing well. We're just criticizing certain players' performances and those good performances.
We weren't really playing well, and
yeah, guys, we weren't playing well. We were only beating teams 8-0. Only 8-0, guys. Only 8-0.
Okay, good. Okay, but we weren't though, because in those same games where we were winning, we were also criticizing the likes of João Felix and Nkunku and Drewsbury Hall.
Yeah, because they were shit.
Yeah,
and those same shit players are here.
Literally, we were in the same performances we were just talking about. We were criticizing, we were praising Jadon Sancho because he made it look like it was
and Pedro
League One.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Mikey.
What are we doing?
And we still have some of those players here. We're still going to be playing Sanchez, like I said that we're going to be playing.
It's going to be Jorgensen. Okay.
So Sanchez is not going to play again. So Sanchez won't play again in the Conference League then? That's what we're saying?
No.
Okay.
Unless Jorgensen gets injured, he will not.
Okay.
No. And the thing, like, I agree, and I think the thing is as well, I think there's playing bad, like, for example, Panathinaikos, we won, 4-1? We didn't really get out of second gear. We played like 70%. That's fine. That's better. You can play like that again in the Conference League and win. We're not even playing, like, against Copenhagen, we didn't play at 70%. It was like 40. Like, we were shit in both games. And I think that's the thing. There's a level of, like, how bad you are. Like, we weren't playing this badly. And also as well, I think part of it is, especially from, like, the Betis side, since when we had that conversation and now, they strengthened. They went and signed a striker. They went and got Anthony in, who's been a success. They went and got players who are making a difference, and they went and strengthened in January, and they're now in form. And that's part of it as well.
True.
Like, I'm worried when we play them because they're going toe-to-toe with Real Madrid in the league. They're going toe-to-toe with teams. They're, like, winning. They're on a hot run.
Florentina just hit Juve. Just clapped Juve, bro.
Oh, nice.
Real Betis came back from today. They came back from 2-0 down.
Oh, is that the 3-2?
Clapping Juventus is like clapping
3-2.
United this season. I'm not clapping Juve this season. I'm sorry, dude.
Listen, Juve's in the top 4. Juve's currently in the top 4, mate. You know what I mean? So,
do you know how many draws they have?
The game's a game.
For me, my big.
They also beat Thingy as well.
For me, my big hope is that after this international break, Jackson, Palmer, and Madueke are both back fit. Because with them scoring goals, like I do have hope, regardless of again Sanchez. As long as he's not too much of a bozo, I do have hope for us.
Oh, by the way, with the
no
Conference
goals
League,
this side, I'm very much worried, guys.
with the Conference League, I think this is a different conversation though, because I think like Jackson's not going to play Conference League. Well, he might do. He shouldn't play Conference League on a Thursday and then the league game at the weekend.
It'll probably be Giu.
Cool. So okay, it's good. So it's going to be Hugh. Okay, cool. So
Giu, or honestly, if all the players come back fit, if all the players come back fit, there's no reason why Nkunku should be in the squad anymore for Premier League. I'll be so honest with you.
I don't want him playing Conference League either, brother. I watched him play against Copenhagen, my man. I watched him play against Copenhagen and stink the pitch up. But
I remember there was a time when this guy was scoring goals.
Even
though he put shit performance, he was scoring goals.
He also wasn't playing well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what we were criticizing.
But the thing is like Madueke is not going to play in the league and then go and play in the conference. Like we're going to have to play some of these guys that are still playing. This is where I think the league's a different conversation. When it comes to Conference League, Jackson is ready. By the way, when it comes to Conference League, you still got to play the same dudes that played against Copenhagen. There's no one extra coming in. Really?
Wait, is Jackson in the Conference League squad?
He is, but I'm not expecting him to play. Unless you're playing Ipswich at the weekend, but he's not going to go from playing on the Thursday then on the Sunday. That would be stupid considering he's just coming back from an injury.
I agree with you. I saw the comment. So.
Yeah, he is registered. I think the only ones that aren't fit on Lavia
earlier as well, but I don't.
It's just for Fana and Lavia. I think are the main ones.
We have goals back in this team, and then we can start building up confidence. That way, then
Yeah, like I said, I do think that time away, that rest too, because I'm sure a lot of these players, and I'm not making excuses, I think this goes for all of the Premier League, all of the leagues in general. At this time of the season, these players are playing with injuries. They're not playing at 100% strength like they were in the beginning of the season. It does affect the game. It does affect the performances. It's not just Chelsea. It's Bournemouth. It's Fulham. It's Brighton. It's City. It's Arsenal, Forest, so on and so forth. When we come back from international break, I do think there's going to be an injection of energy. I do think the performances are going to improve from the break, right? I say break because it's not really a break. That's what's giving me hope that I can see us going back to default, kind of what we did in the beginning of the season, ending the season strongly. I don't think we're going to win all our games. I don't even think we're going to give Liverpool a run for the money. I do see us getting clapped by Liverpool, regardless. That is if they're even still trying to mathematically close out the title race at that point. If they're already done with the title race at that point, maybe we have a chance because they don't put out their best side and they're just resting their best players. Who knows? They're not even bothering risking it. But it's just that's where I'm coming from with it. I could be deluded. Maybe I'm being a little too optimistic, but I'm looking at the teams that we're playing and I can see a victory there. And I'm hanging on to the fact that there could be a convincing victory there.
I hear you, and I'd be a lot more confident.
And also considering last season, by the way, the last
more confident
few games was good.
If we had beaten Arsenal today, because we have big games in this back end of season that we will need to at least win one, maybe two of to secure top four.
Again, barring Spurs, by the way.
I don't never count Spurs as a big game. I don't care.
No. I know. You listen. I'm just talking about top 6 sides, in general. they're the only non-top 6 sides we've beaten basically this season.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said we still haven't beaten a big side. I don't count Spurs, but
Prime, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said earlier today, right?
Have to play Liverpool might be on the beach, but still, like we have sides. Yeah.
That's why I said earlier in this conversation, right? Like if we had our like full team, even in this shit form, I don't think we'd lose today. I genuinely don't think we lose against this Arsenal side.
Sorry, Ahmed, you were saying top 6 side, but we also didn't beat a top 6 side until the second half when we beat Tottenham.
Oh no, I was just giving fair enough. I was just talking about obviously because Prime was mentioning obviously we need to beat like a top 6 side, right? And I was just mentioning as of right now, yeah.
I never said top 6. I said a big side. I don't count.
Well, big side. All right, fair enough. All right, no problem.
Any final thoughts, guys, before we close it out? I think this is a good conversation.
I have one.
Go
ahead. I think like for the rest of this season, my defensive Maresca is gone. He lost me today, and like he needs to hit the bare minimum. Like I know what we're saying. The conversation we have about top 4 in Champions League and whatever. Like at the end of the day, regardless of what happens in terms of results, Champions League and Conference League is bare minimum. I don't give a shit how you have to get there. I'll complain if it looks like shit, especially in the Conference League. But ultimately, if you get there, that's the bare fucking minimum. But next season, there are certain deliverables he has to get. He has no grace period from me for next season. Absolutely
Even
none.
if he doesn't get the backing you think he should get in the window,
then he should be sacked because it's fucking pointless. You can't have a manager that wants to play one style that has a certain way of playing and not getting the players to fit that way of playing. You might as well sack him. There's no point. There's no point. So he has certain deliverables. I bet unless you're going to get someone better, I better see Petrovic and Santos in this team immediately. Immediately.
Yeah.
I better see you stop doing it, and if they're available, you pick them. I better see the stupidness with the centre back stop. You decide on 2 centre backs. I don't care who you have to decide. I don't care whether it's through rock paper scissors. It's through trial by combat. I don't care. Pick 2 centre backs. And
let's go back to Goal and Fofana, man.
Cool. If you want to do that, cool. And then figure out how to get the attack flowing again. Because we're not doing this again. If this happens again next season, you should be sacked.
Or if we get Mark Gahey, he'll shore up our attack in terms of leadership and just forming things. I'm not saying he's world class, but he's definitely raising the bar if we get Mark Gahey.
You mean defense?
Yeah, defense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna help our defense, raise the bar on that.
What we are, man. Mark Gahey.
Dude, stop it, Prime. I don't care about your agendas right now. We actually need someone who like him right now.
I'm not doing agendas. Mark Gahey.
Yes. Thank you. Anyways, yeah.
I won't
because Ruben Diaz this season. You know why? Because Ruben Diaz this season's been so amazing, right?
That's fine. I've never talked about Ruben Diaz.
No, but I'm naming you defenders who have been named top
I don't,
class.
bro. I've not rated Ruben Diaz highly.
Did I say you rated him? I'm saying ones that are rated top class that are still shit this season in the league. Kusanov, who they got, has not been good. Saliba has been actually pretty bang average. It's only been a Gabriel carry job, and their defense hasn't been that world class. And they have 500 defenders in their defense.
Okay, but what did those guys have to do with me, though?
No, I'm saying you're saying Mark Gahey, the standards of this league, and I'm like, yes, exactly, the standards of this league are shit.
I didn't say this league.
You're saying Chelsea. I'm just saying the league in general is shit. Because if you look at the center backs, Saliba's not that great. Ruben Diaz hasn't been good. Guardiola's been good attacking, not defensively. Akin and the other guy has been injured. Kusanov having hits and misses because he's young. Fairs. Konate and Van Dijk, sure, I'll give you those 2. Who else? Hoyson and those guys are young as shit anyways.
Okay.
Everyone is either young or shit this season.
Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, man, I hope I get the martial optimism that he has. You know what I mean? It's always good to be positive in life, as as everyone knows. But with Chelsea,
if we go into good form, I'm not allowing you to be in my
optimism. No. Listen, I can stay on that side. I don't care. But at the end of the day, I hope I can get that optimism, because right now I'm not feeling the optimism. I'm gonna be very honest with you right now, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, you keep feeling that negativity, bro.
And the one thing about me, man, whenever I get a gut feeling, I'm not usually wrong. But it is what it is.
I don't think that's accurate, but
that's quite accurate
for this case. Ahmed, can I ask you a question?
Ahmed?
So you being Dallo Nation, was that a gut feeling, or
That's what
you hating on Gerhi. Was that a gut feeling, mate? As well. Was that
I don't hate on Gerhi. I just don't think.
Can we stop talking about men and guts, please?
You know, you being an Osimhen fanboy. Was that your thinking?
Actually, Osimhen's top 3 strikers in the world. Dalot is not even the 3rd best fullback.
Lewandowski is still making goals, so not top 3. But
making Jesus, that's crazy. All right. We'll call it right here, ladies and gents. We'll see whose gut feelings were right, and then that's what you subscribe to.
Ahmed, you know how last week you brought forward a certain theory, but you didn't do any research and data on that said theory, right? Even though you mentioned it again on Flores' channel on the Chelsea show. Have you done any research today on your theory?
No. Obviously, I was just enjoying myself today, of course.
Fraud.
But listen, this is why Gallagher was clear of him. But if I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Yeah, cool. And can I ask another question? What was Gallagher doing this weekend for La Madrid?
He lost 4-2 today, so here's what do you say?
No. Hold on. He didn't just lose 4-2. He got absolutely cooked by Lamine Yamal for that goal. Let's speak on it. He was grabbing at shadows, chasing after Lamine Yamal for that goal, bro. I saw it. I watched it live. Don't worry about it.
How nice of you, mate. Do you want to know?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, man.
And wait, and also RSM, what position was Gallagher playing in? For that was he doing wing shifts again?
He was running after the ball a bit. I ain't gonna lie. He was doing the wing shifts, advance 10, the press, the woof, chase the ball. The usual.
The what?
Yeah, because he's a dog. He just chases the ball, man. It is what it is.
All right, boys. Let's close it out. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight. I appreciate every single one of you who tuned in. Unfortunately, I wish it could have been.
Are you still defending Nkunku?
No. I wish it could have been on a victory. Unfortunately, we are. Hey, it is what it is. We're going to international break. The stream schedule might be a little here and there. I think we're going to be doing a Casually Chelsea show on Thursday because a lot of news did happen in the last week or so. We're probably going to be talking about Scott's favorite topic, new youngsters signings. Yeah.
Scott, you
Quenda and Asugu. No, he's just through the roof.
He's over the moon, man. He's over the moon. Yeah. I can hear it.
Excited, man. I know. Listen, he likes them young boys. Isn't that what Scott said?
I didn't want to go.
Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
How we talk about goalkeepers, and you're like, when we get penders into our team. So when we talk about wingers, I want you to now bring up this new guy now. Okay?
No, because I can give a genuine, like,
on the excitedness, by the way, I'm so excited I might top myself beforehand.
Marshall, to end the stream, can we play this?
I got you. I'll I know the clip you're playing. We'll end it on that, but let me do my outro. Guys, smash a like if you haven't done so already. It helps out the channel more than you can believe. Some of you guys just watch here. You're on standby, just like Nkunku. Don't be an Nkunku. Don't be an Nkunku. I repeat, do not be an Nkunku. Be more like Cucurella. Smash the like button. Smash that ball. Get the laces on it, bro. Be the
coochie.
Lead us to victory.
Be wet.
That's better than Nkunku regardless.
God, oh my god. I can't believe he actually said that. I cannot believe he said that.
Hey, yo.
I can't. That gotta be some type of haram, bro. I don't care, man.
Have you done the outro yet, Marshall?
Yo. Double red in one stream. History has
double red
tonight.
Yo,
that's insane.
No, he misses the next 2 games. No. He misses the next 2 games. No appeal. He doesn't get to appeal that. No. Misses the next 2 games.
Have you done the outros yet?
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Once you're finished with the
please,
outro,
people, subscribe. I lost a like because of that, Ahmed. Oh my god, bro. Jesus Christ, bro. I can't do this anymore. People, please smash up the like button. Don't disregard Ahmed's performance on the stream. Please, please, please smash the like. Also, subscribe to the channel because it does help us out tremendously with growth on the channel. We're trying to get to 5K. I've been stuck on 245 for how long now? At least get me to 250. All right, it's 5 of you. 5 of you, I'm sure, are watching, not subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. It helps out tremendously. And you guys are here watching the content anyways. Watching Ahmed do the craziest stuff on stream. Watching me be Hopium FC. Subscribe. It helps out tremendously. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss out whenever we do go live. I have my own channel. I stream video games and just chatting and all that kind of stuff every Saturday. So check that out in the link in the description. Everyone else on this panel also has social media. Link in the description below to check out their content and where you can find them as well. Memberships, 4 different tiers starting at 99p. Be sure to check those out. And if you are a proper casual and higher tier member, we give shout outs at the end of every show. And that's going to go out to TM127, EE, Dark, Adrian, A. Soliman, Daniel, and Mufasu. Big up to you guys. And that's pretty much my spiel. Prime, are you ready? Because I'm going to end it with this. You're muted. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back on Wednesday, by the way, or Thursday for the Casually Chelsea show. All right.
Hear me now?
Wednesday for a Chelsea hour, or we're doing a react, and then Thursday for the Casually Chelsea show. I'm ready now. Prime, are you ready?
Now, yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna put.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. You ready?
Yeah. Can you bring back in Ahmed, by the way, because this is his punishment. Thank you. Yeah, bring it up, please. Thank you.
When was this?
All right, man. Let's get started in it. Yeah. So Bish, I can't even present. Bish Bash Elbong. Is it this one? There we land. Let's start off this one first. Yeah. So obviously, bear with me for a moment, boys. You know, the Bridge Nation is having technical. No, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do, but I'm gonna make it bigger.
Pause.
Okay. Listen, I like it big. What can I say? Okay,
Yo. Prime clip that. Prime clip that, bro. Prime clip that, bro. My brother, he's finished. He's finished. I don't know why he said that in front of Prime too. Out of all the people to say that in front of, bro, you're so cooked.
Oh man, you know what? I was gonna ignore you. But the fact RSM said Twitter, I have to.
Oh, no, you can't do it, man. You can't click that, bro.
No. Ahmed, well, I swear to everything, I was going to ignore it. Because I'm playing.
Ignore it.
RSM said Twitter, I have to. I don't care.
Oh my god, bro.
That was insane. But listen, yeah.